It's time for the Black Girl Podcast. Black Girl Magic. Black Girl Magic. Black Girl Podcast.
Oh, they're ready.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Hi, I'm being Say, and I would like to thank y'all so much for all of the support y'all have given me since I posted my newest edition, 2 of them, my babies. I have thought about this for so long. Wow. I don't even know what's happening, but I would just like to start again. Basically, Jay and we was talking. And I just wanted to have more kids my whole life, you know?
The whole life.
My whole life. Because Blue has started to ask a lot of questions. And I just can't answer them.
I
So
don't understand how this is
I
possible.
said, baby, we need to have more kids. Because she keeps asking me how to do formation. And I don't really, I don't know how to teach it to her no more. I kind of forgot. I've been off tour for a while, you know. And then Jay said that she trying to act like she want to rap now. I said, no, my daughter, she's not rapping. So we got to get her 2 people to boss around. And now I'm pregnant. So I decided to do a full spread photo shoot for y'all and stop the world because I knew y'all was pissed.
Go ahead, Sean.
So y'all welcome. And welcome also, shout out to the Black Girl Podcast. Y'all just amazing.
We love you, B.
Thank you, Queen
Thank you,
B.
Beyonce.
You ready?
She sent that in.
You ready?
The microphone.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get them.
Gia Peppers, everybody.
Guys, I've been a
Peppers.
Beyonce fan since I was 3.
Probably in the womb.
3
That's not-
years old.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah,
18?
I met her in Houston.
You're 18.
Did you really meet her in
1993.
Houston?
No, I met her when I was in Houston, and I was 3.
This
Okay.
is the
You have
Beyonce
pictures?
Michael Jackson story.
Right. Was she on Star Search when you met her?
Old enough
Yes,
to see
I was in the
concert.
audience.
Oh.
Are you joking? Is this
Yeah.
a joke?
Okay.
This story is getting really
Don't
out
even
there.
date these
Don't even
numbers
sound
out.
right.
Well, my mother was her dentist, and she had traveled.
Dr.
Pepper.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Black Girl Podcast. We still have to introduce ourselves because there are new listeners.
Hey, y'all.
So just want to say hi. My name is Scotty Beam, a.k.a. Deani, whatever you want to call me. And yeah. Hey, everybody. My name's Safira M.
Oh.
What? That's how we doing it now?
Why not? Safira M.
Hey, y'all. This is Alicia P. I tried
like
to do
it.
it like you,
You
but
tried.
it wasn't that good. It was fine.
It
I-
sucked.
Wow.
Sorry.
Moving right
Thank
along.
you. That was
I take
aggressive.
that.
It was aggressive.
Thank you.
It was
Thank
aggressive.
you.
It was aggressive.
Should have seen the eyes I
It
cut across
sucked.
that room. Alicia P. Go ahead, Gia.
Hey, it's Gia Peppers. You did
Yes,
my name
I'm
for me,
sorry.
so.
Hey, it's Rebecca Bex.
Oh, we didn't do our socials.
I feel like the Mickey Mouse Club when they were introducing themselves
No.
on every
No.
episode.
the Mickey Mouse
Y'all
Club
watch
made
that?
stores. So if you
did.
want to, okay, Justin,
Thanks, child.
Timberlake,
Thanks,
Brittany,
Oh,
Christina,
yeah.
Christina
Aguilera,
not
Child.
Milian.
Yeah, there you go.
Aguilera.
the white one. Yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
Ryan Gosling.
Ooh,
She
yeah,
sang more black than us.
Ryan Gosling.
Than
This
the
is a
black.
fact.
Lady
Marmalade. It was a lot. It was much.
And I was
Her
like,
voice
hey,
is much.
Christina.
But it was always good.
we got it.
It was good.
It was good, but I felt like it was so overdone.
Nah.
Sometimes,
I
like
think
we don't
she
need
got
that.
something to prove.
We don't need
Yeah.
the
She got something to prove.
No.
I think because her age, she was so young with this large ass.
And then she
voice
did
and
that.
that,
Ever
like,
since she was young, she had a huge
big
ass
voice.
voice.
But it's like her tone was so beautiful. We didn't need you to do 27,000 runs
She had,
per
but
line.
Rebecca's right. It's probably something she had to prove because she was like, oh, first of all, I'm not even white, right?
What is she, Spanish?
She's Spanish. So she's like
Aguilera.
already.
Now, is she from Spain?
I think
Uh-oh,
she's
here we
like
go.
Latina.
I think she's Spain.
Isn't she like
Okay.
Argentinian
I think she's
or
Spain.
something?
Hey, you know what I'm gonna do?
I don't know
Google.
though. Yeah, Google
Handy
Google
dandy.
those facts.
Google los factos.
She might be Spain-ish. I'm Spanish. I can speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Are you Spanish?
You know I got a little
Good
something in
night.
me.
Just because you say pero don't mean you
Pero
speak
like-
en
no,
español.
like I can speak in Espanol.
No, you
Like,
can't do that fake ass accent.
yo.
Right.
Okay, I'm
Dude,
sorry.
mama.
We might lose listeners.
They
Crazy.
Shout out to all the girls who listen to
Yeah,
us.
we love y'all.
Latinas.
No good.
Shout out to the Latinas.
Latinas. Not Latinas.
And the Salinas.
And anything for Salinas. Y'all so
That's my
ignorant.
First of
favorite
all,
movie.
J-Lo killed that role.
Facts.
Okay?
Listen.
Honestly, and I'm gonna be honest right now.
Don't
because-
you, don't.
No, I'm gonna be.
Don't say anything
It's
you're
the
going to
scary
regret.
part.
Christina
No, no,
Maria
no,
no,
Olmeda.
no.
Okay, no,
Thing.
let her do it. Let her do it. Let her do it. Go
I
ahead.
feel like J Lo was better Selena than
Oh,
Selena.
wow.
You know
Like,
what? You need
no,
to.
no, no,
You
no,
know,
no.
It's still too soon.
You need to
Still
do
too
that.
soon.
You know,
No.
because
People
have
are
you
not
seen the
healed
Selena
yet.
performance?
No, they have not.
Have you seen the charisma on stage
Bidi
and the
Bidi
dance?
Bamba.
All right,
No.
all right.
Flor.
Como la
No.
flor.
Me
diste tú. Me diste tú.
No.
All right, all right.
You
We-
sang that line
Speaking
already.
of-
Marichito. No, I didn't. You did.
I like when she goes.
Yo te trepé.
Aggie.
Pero.
Ay,
No.
Como me duele.
I'm just gonna
No, there was a whole
Die.
more there.
Yo.
Ay, como me duele.
That's the slow
Then
part.
it goes,
Hey, did she say what is me head?
oh my God,
Como me
no.
duele?
No, I think it's
Puede,
how I heard.
puede.
No.
Oh, como te
How I
puede.
heard.
That's
I
what you
think
get
duele
for
is
not
pain.
understanding the song, trying to
First
sing
of all,
it.
I love Selena movie. I love Selena. I love
Clearly you
Selena's
don't if you
That's
think
almost
J-Lo's
like how
better.
people feel
They
about
look
Denzel Washington and Malcolm X. You kind of put the face
He
to
played a better Malcolm X than Malcolm X
That's-
played
that's-
Malcolm
wow.
X.
It's Black History Month.
All
You
right,
out
let's
here.
chill out.
Yo, it said I can't.
Those are alternative facts.
Alternative. Malcolm X is bad too.
Malcolm
Shout out to
X
Malcolm
is
X.
the
Yeah.
best.
John,
Ooh, he
redhead
was
self.
John,
Jesus
boy.
Christ. I do.
So anyway, Christina
y'all been?
Maria
That's not-
Aguilera.
Yeah.
Activist me anytime. You can activate me.
No, this is not.
Activate
This
things.
is not what
Power
we
to
do in
the
the third
people.
No,
day.
yo, come on, keep that black
No.
man right. Please let's
That's
not
the
talk
third
about
day
that
in
man.
That's why they had
Right.
so many kids. I would too.
Okay.
Shabby Shab.
I mean, they didn't do nothing, so they could do something. So they went ham
Oh, that's
when they got the
facts.
chance.
That's
okay.
facts.
What is Christina
No, but
Aguilera?
oh.
Christina Maria Aguilera.
Maria.
Maria Aguilera is Ecuadorian,
Okay.
but then German, Irish, Welsh,
Oh,
Dutch, and whatever. So
Okay, well,
She needs
she's-
ancestry.
Well,
But
if
she's
we're
still-
being real.
Stop.
No,
Let's
I'm
not.
just kidding.
Let's not.
No, I'm just kidding, guys. Yes, shout out to Christina Aguilera.
How was your? how have you been, Scotty B?
I'm good. I took an edible today, guys.
Okay, there
I'm
it
gonna be
is.
There it
completely
is.
honest with
At
you
what
guys.
time did you take it?
And I didn't take it.
2
I
minutes
took it about
ago. 5, maybe
but,
5,
no,
6 minutes, maybe.
it was 20 minutes ago.
You got-
And she
you had
put
like
the
another
whole thing in her
25.
mouth.
no, but it's a good feeling right now. I know it's gonna hit me.
I was about to say.
So
not
when
Oh
y'all,
my God.
when
No,
y'all-
it's hitting.
when y'all
So, what
sitting,
kind of high person are you?
funny?
Okay.
Well, not funny. I
Oh,
laugh
she
at everything.
put
so.
this to be high.
I had to
to
drink
be funny.
myself,
Okay.
so we're
Not to
probably
be
on
funny.
the same
So this
level.
episode is
To
going
be more
to be
open
pretty
and not tired anymore because I'm super tired.
Amen.
transparent.
We all got tea.
So how you been? How you been?
Oh
Miss
no, I was
Martin?
gonna say. Oh, I'm well. Might I add? I'm doing swell.
Oh, you needed the accent?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the swell accent.
Got it.
I
No,
agree.
I'm good. I was gonna say, speaking of biopics, y'all saw New
Woo!
Edition.
Yep. Hello.
Y'all saw New
Hello.
Edition.
Is this
Yes,
on?
I did.
You had to think about it.
Yeah.
Yo, they casted the shit out of that.
First of all,
my man Mike
exceptionally well.
Bivens,
algae.
No, let me tell you something about
my
Luke
man
James.
Yes.
Let's talk about Brooke though. Brooke was casted really well too.
Brooke
Y'all
was.
remember Brooke?
Yeah.
Yes,
really
it
was good.
Yeah.
No, I think they did a great job casting all around.
Yo,
the
yes.
baby boys were so
Yes.
cute.
Yeah, oh my God.
They made me cry.
Why?
Yeah.
Gia was crying. We went to the BET screen and she was like, "Oh my God,
She is good for a cry. I
But
mean,
they're just so
She's
sweet.
passionate, Deani. She's
No, I'm
passionate.
listening. I'm listening.
She's
No, it was really
passionate.
good. It was,
I couldn't
you know,
put
Gia
Deani to
had brought up
pop.
a point when we went to the
can't.
screening that there hadn't been a brotherhood movie
Yeah,
like that since The Wood.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That's why it made me cry.
It
Because
was
it
their
just
story.
Wait,
was
so we
really
just
good.
gonna skip over? She's gotta have it. Straight Outta Compton?
They didn't go into the point where they were little boys like that.
No, but that's not brotherhood-ish.
It was.
I feel like
and
they
then
It wasn't childhood.
I'm talking
it
about-
wasn't childhood, but it was close enough to it.
But I
The Straight Outta
appreciated the
Compton was
fact
lit.
I appreciated the fact that it was a 3-part series and they really dug into and they didn't even get to a lot of parts in the New Edition story, but they
Right, yeah, but
dug
that's any
into
movie,
it
yeah.
and they told their story. To me, Straight Outta Compton was very rushed, and it was like Eazy-E died, this happened, and we broke
the
up,
ending of
and now we're
biopics
back
always
together.
rushed though. The ending's always
Because
rushed.
it's
Yeah.
such a, I
It's
mean,
just
it's
fast
somebody's
and wrap up.
life.
That's
Right,
so
and
much
it's
detail.
still going on.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Straight Outta Compton did a really good job. It was
When
you
they
didn't
were
like it?
teenagers, I'm
Cool.
talking
Yeah, no,
about.
no, I know what
we're
you
talking
mean.
about when those little boys on the corner. The scene where she went up to the little girl
Yeah.
and was like, "My name is so and so.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that was
watch
cute.
out, watch out." And then they start singing. That made me like, that's like
That was
so
sweet.
sweet, like playground stuff. And then Ralph was like kicking and like,
Yeah.
we didn't see that in Straight Outta Compton.
Right.
We saw them on
Well,
the
yeah,
bus
of course.
for like 10 minutes, and
Oh,
then it
get
was
shot.
like, O'Shea was a grown man, and that was that. They really
Yeah,
delved
no,
into it.
they did really good. The
Got
casting,
AIDS.
yo, Yaz
Nah,
was very
nah,
impressive.
He's
Oh, wait, time out. O'Shea is it?
Yeah.
Is O'Shea
cute.
it?
He's cute.
He a little chubby though.
Now.
No, he's cute.
He is
He's
cute.
cute.
Oh,
he's cute.
Saphira, that voice.
I think
I
maybe
know what
he's
that
cute.
Yeah,
means.
she's taken.
Luke James Doe.
Doe.
Oh.
Huh?
James
Jesus.
Day?
No sense.
Hello.
Hi, Luke.
Hey, Luke and Luke.
I
They
just got
killed it.
goosebumps.
Jesus.
Dog.
Yeah.
Their
So
voices.
fine. It makes
Right.
no sense.
Their voices were it
yeah.
was very, it wasn't the same as them, but it was very particular to
Except
the
for
point where it
Luke.
was still like,
Luke James.
oh, Luke James, please
G.
sing.
James.
sang
You
the
sing
shit.
all over me, Luke.
He sang the shit out of Can You Stand Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
That scene, that was probably everybody's favorite scene, like
Mia-
musical scene.
Mia, this is a woman who works with us at Hot 97. Her name is Mia Bell, and she said she was like, she's like 24. She was like, it's crazy. I wish they would have used the vocals.
No, they didn't need to.
Nope.
I said, no,
Not
no,
in that
no,
scene.
For what?
no, their own vocals. She thought that
Oh.
they were singing
Track.
Oh, no.
the track, and I was like, no,
No, that was Luke, my man.
That's Luke
Oh, she thought that was
James.
Johnny Gill.
Yes.
Like, no.
No, that was-
that's
Gil is
great.
a little
A lot of
deeper though.
He is
Yeah.
a little deeper, but I
Yeah.
like that they got people that could sing.
yeah, a lot of people didn't know that.
Ray, and even it's crazy because Jamie Foxx could sing, but in Ray they didn't use Jamie Foxx's voice. They used Ray Charles recordings,
Right.
but like them boys was singing.
And then Ralph, his voice was great.
Yeah.
You know, I
Well,
appreciated
Elijah Kelly
it.
is such a good actor.
No, he didn't play Ralph.
Okay, my
Elijah
bad.
Kelly played Ricky.
Get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ralph,
guy-
don't know
I
that
didn't
guy's
know that
name.
Ricky
That
was the
guy.
lead singer in the beginning.
Right.
Did
That
you
was
guys know
surprising.
the guy that played Bobby Brown used to be Chris Brown's backup dancer?
Huh. It's a lot of brown.
And then he became a celebrity star. Shut up.
Oh, yeah,
he became
Instagram
a
star.
Instagram star.
Yeah.
oh, and
And
he
then
was
he
funny.
got casted for Bobby Brown. Well, that probably wasn't the next step, but that's dope.
Took
I
some
think that's
time.
pretty dope.
My
Was he
favorite
on stage with
character.
Bobby when Bobby dropped the coke?
What?
That time?
Huh?
No. Okay.
No, that was
Moving
crazy.
on.
Me and Rebecca saw that. Rebecca wanted to look up Bobby Brown dropping some crack cocaine
Uh-huh.
On stage.
on stage while he was doing his
Oh, I
dance
do remember
in
that.
1989. So we looked it up, and he dead ass
Drop some
Yeah.
cocaine.
was doing the scissor leg, touch a heel, touch a toe,
Mm-hmm.
and then went down, picked it up, put it in his pocket, and act like it did not happen. And the camera guy was literally
Stuck on him.
stuck on the hand, like he wanted to see where
Where
that
it
hand
was.
went.
That's
I
insane.
did
Yeah.
the same thing.
And
She
then-
picking up
Can't
my
sleep
man.
at night. Pick up my coke.
Tossing him down the phone. Can't believe you called my.
Right. And Ronnie only had like 3 lines, but I appreciated him.
He's so
Ricky.
fine.
Nobody
No.
else was
I
surprised
like
about
him. That's
Ricky?
my type.
I thought Ronnie was it. And then I was like, wait a
His real name is
second.
Keith Powers, I think, right?
Is it?
Oh.
Keith Powers is it.
I was talking about real Ronnie.
Oh,
Wait.
And I was like,
Here's the thing, real Ronnie.
ain't
he would have been my type
Yes.
last year.
Real
Yes,
Ronnie
he
has
would.
no
Wait,
eyebrows.
real Ronnie?
No,
Like,
yes,
Or-
he would have.
or the
No,
or the character
real
Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Real life Ronnie.
Back in the day,
Ronnie.
would have been her type,
Would've
and I
been.
agree.
But he was the heartthrob of the group.
That's what my mom
Yes.
said. But
How?
Ralph is fine, dog.
Till
I'ma
this
go with
day.
No.
Till this day,
Ralph.
yes,
It's a
yes.
no for me,
he is
Randy.
I'ma go
very
with
well.
Fine.
That's a no.
Nah,
For,
he's
I'm gonna go with a
It's a no
strong.
for me, dog.
actually,
it's a no for me,
hell
dog.
no.
Now, if we're talking
Ralph
Matter of
is a
fact.
good-looking man.
That's fine.
I need to see an updated picture of Ralph. Then, 'cause
No,
I-
no,
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 old,
no,
yo,
old
young
Ralph.
Ralph was popping.
Oh, young Ralph. Cool it
Ralph.
now? Absolutely.
No.
I would have had to cool it off.
Like me.
Young Ralph.
Sorry, I'm still in the soundtrack.
No, honestly,
Ricky
I listened
was-
to New Edition. Like the Apple Music has like their greatest hits on there. I was cooling it. I was picking up the telephone when Mike Bivins said, "Excuse me, operator. I know."
Yeah, that's his only contribution.
Wait,
to
no,
Right.
no,
No,
he
he's
said,
not
"Let's
speaking
get wet."
part.
Did y'all see? First of all, did y'all see when
mad
Yaz said it? I was like, yes, yes,
Yes,
But
whatever
I
you
ain't never
said.
said yes to Yaz before.
Okay, how you
but when
feel
Yaz
No
said
to
it in the
Yaz,
movie, I
no
said
to
yes.
Yaz.
Let's
No
go
to
get
Yaz.
wet.
You said
Why
yes.
are we saying no to Yaz in the movie? No to Yaz.
In the
Think
movie.
about it.
No,
He got rid of that
Come
flat
on,
top.
fam. Don't even do that. No, to really, Deani?
Nah, bro.
No, the flat top was
To
gone.
Yaz.
He don't do nothing for me.
When he
In
said,
the
"Let's go
movie,
get wet,"
I'm
I
not
said,
saying
"Okay."
walking down fucking 6th
No,
Avenue.
in
In
the
the movie, he didn't look like a bit of a hottie.
He looked like a little
A
hottie.
bit.
He looked really
much.
nice.
He was a hottie.
But when
You're
we
aggy.
when we
Bye.
when
Never
we,
mind.
We
when
look
we
really
turn
nice.
our heads in the name of Jesus and look at Luke James, I just
I'm
Wow.
sorry.
Yes.
for the life
I
of
mean,
me
I see how
understand.
his lips were glistening. I know you saw his lips.
Well, he was Johnny
Saphira.
Gill, and
You
when
know
we being
I
No, no,
real,
I'm
Them
talking
lips.
about Yaz.
oh
his
yes,
lips.
yes,
Yaz
lips.
always
and that's
has
another
lip gloss.
thing. I don't want no man wearing no damn lip gloss
He
for
didn't
me.
I mean
have to. You know
chapstick.
what? Bye.
Chapstick.
Bye.
wrong with
And
y'all?
bye.
Don't you come to me with no like, glossy, greasy ass lips talking about what's up, girl.
Let's go
I
get
don't-
wet.
No.
Let's go get wet.
Now the real Michael Bivins.
Aw, he's
Okay,
nice.
no. Sorry.
So, how you been,
So
Saphira?
no
How
for me,
you been?
dog.
Casting,
Y'all?
they made New Edition the finest group ever.
Yeah,
I'll tell
Yeah,
you that.
they did.
Your
They
boy
did.
did it
fine
because-
the second time around.
Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta move
Wow.
on. Move
Because
We're sorry,
because-
Mr. Bivens. Baltimore. We're so sorry if you guys are listening.
But I mean, like,
Maybe because we're their age too.
Right.
You know?
on.
no, like
God.
Luke
It
is.
was
But
Luke-
back then, you had to be like, all right, everything is cool. I really felt like it. They were. Ralph was kind of cute, man.
In the movie or
No,
real
in real
life?
life.
In real life and
Real
in
life,
the movie.
real life,
Ralph.
But I'm not, and I'm talking all of them as in young, like when they were popping,
In
and
a prime.
in a prime. I think Ralph was. I used to have my eyes on Rodney, but I was like, damn, Ralph kind of bad. Ralph,
What?
I don't know
Ain't
what it
nobody
is that
say
had
nothing
Ronnie
about
though.
I can't.
Ain't nobody say Bobby.
Not one.
You asking why?
Did you see that
I
gap?
thought he was a
You see that
heartthrob.
gap?
He was he just was the bad boy.
I'm gonna go ahead with no on Bobby as well.
That's you?
Who's that?
That's Ralph.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
That's Ralph. That's Ralph Trespass.
Oh, that's Ralph.
No,
You
she
playing.
doesn't
You
know
playing.
what she's talking about, fam.
Inform this
Let's
woman.
go.
You're
I'm still
No.
with you.
Oh,
I'm still
You're
with you,
con-
Deanna.
Ralph,
She's
the
trying to
shape
save
of
it.
his
look at
head.
his baby ass
Okay, so
mustache,
maybe
dog.
this haircut has to go.
Look at his baby
and
ass
this rat
mustache.
tail in the back
He
probably
didn't
has
grow
to
into
leave as
himself
well.
yet.
We're going to have to
Deani,
tweet this
you-
picture
you're
out for the
co-
people. Let me
We're-
screenshot that.
She's confusing as
Because
hell.
no, I'm telling y'all right now, because when y'all about to see Ronnie no eyebrow having ass, y'all gonna be real quiet.
Actually, we should just ask the listeners. Let us know
Thank
Ooh,
you.
your
who
favorite.
y'all
I'm over
favorite
it.
New
Okay.
Edition member is.
It's Ronnie. Exactly. It's not no fucking Ralph.
But,
All right.
but here's the thing.
It's
You're
neither.
so
His
rude.
eyes too far apart.
Yeah, his eyes are weird.
He looks like a,
His brow bone is weird.
Y'all are not right.
He looks like the whale from SpongeBob.
That's not nice.
I'm sorry, Mr. DeVoe.
No, right? That's
What's that?
Not cute.
That's the nigga y'all wanted.
Ain't nobody said they
First
wanted
of all,
Ronnie.
what
They
You
are
said
walking-
Ralph and
You
Ronnie.
said-
Nobody
I just want y'all to
else.
know they are walking New Edition members around the room right now, giving
That
tally.
animal walking
Deanna,
around,
which
that's
one?
what it is.
screenshot that so we can tweet that picture too.
I'm screenshotting it for the
But
culture.
y'all gotta let us know who y'all favorite one is,
No,
and
but-
what y'all thought about the movie too.
And
Oh,
also,
so dope.
one of our friends, Jameer, who also was Hot 97, was like, if we each had to be one of the people or one of the members of New Edition, who would we be?
Deanna's
don't
Bobby
know.
Brown.
Deani's Bobby.
Damn, that's fucked up.
I mean,
That's crazy. They said that
Nice, Bobby.
in the office already.
Yo, you Bobby.
Are you?
Without drugs.
Said you were
Without
Bobby.
I don't
drugs.
say I don't even do drugs.
You just took an
you
edible.
see how
What
you
be
did?
with-
I'm
jealous too.
I eat an edible once a month. Take the edge off. I'm
Take
not
the
really
edge off.
Bobby. How?
Cause
You
look
did.
at it this way, Bobby was like, "Fuck y'all, I'm doing my own thing."
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
It's my prerogative.
Wow.
Well,
Is that you,
Fact.
Deanie?
You know that's not me. You know I would never do that.
Today.
Wow.
No, I would never do that.
Is that you?
But-
Who are you, Alicia?
Don't you even speak. You, Scotty B, you drink your coffee.
I didn't do anything.
Because I know where you're going to go.
No.
And we want to have a good night tonight. Have the coffee.
I didn't even think of that one.
Have the coffee.
I'm so confused.
Ooh,
I don't know
can
who.
y'all
I don't
update
know,
us
but
on the
it's not-
inside joke?
Whatever she's going to say is not going to
No,
make me
I think
happy.
she thought that I was gonna say Brooke.
Because
she's
Y'all not going to come for 30. 30 is popping, my nigga. Don't come for me.
No, but I didn't even think about
Yeah,
that.
that's actually funny.
That is funny.
No,
But
it's
it's
not,
funny because she
Gia.
didn't. You said it.
You said it.
She didn't even say it.
I didn't
No,
even think about
I
that.
don't really know. I don't know.
We
I
should,
wouldn't be. I don't know.
we should put the New Edition beat over the Peter singing Black Girl podcast,
You gonna pay
and
for
then
that?
be like, Rebecca, Gia, Alicia.
No. That-
Cool it
Can we move on? Because y'all are making me sick.
Shout out to BET. That was a great.
Yeah.
film.
It was good.
I think they just purchased the Nas story too, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not.
No.
I'm
I think
scared.
it's too
You don't think it's
soon.
disappointed?
Let niggas live their lives a little longer.
It's a 6-part
But it looks like
miniseries.
it looks like he's
Nas?
gonna have a lot of influence in it. He's gonna be involved in it.
He is.
so.
Still, so Diddy had a lot of influence in Notorious. Not saying Notorious wasn't all the way 100, but we could have waited a little longer for Notorious.
Why? I liked Notorious.
It was good.
Notorious is good.
20 years. It's about
It was
Yeah,
good.
no, I
At
think he
the
has a
time-
great story to tell. I just don't know if whoever is making it at the time can do it.
I
Right.
hope it's the
Like,
same
we could
people
wait a
that
little
did
bit.
New Edition.
It's not.
Y'all are so foolish, man. I'm just still laughing at that
I
whole
really
thing.
want to know
Luke
how you guys
James,
have been
if
doing
you're
the last
single,
2 weeks. Everybody's
my
been
number
asking for y'all on Twitter.
Is
They want to know where y'all been.
I don't know where I've been. Everybody's been working, right? Everybody's been trying to do their.
They want to update on Safira. This is what the people are talking
Pretty
about.
jobless out here.
You
I
know,
don't
God.
know.
What
I
you
have a
do
job,
for
you
your
have a
first
career.
2
I
weeks?
do, okay, well, I've been doing nothing but Sassbox stuff. The show aired. It was pretty cool.
Woo.
Shout out to everybody who supported and tweeted about it. I appreciate the love. Thank you, Deanie, for hosting my
It was fun.
party.
Yeah.
that was
It was
fun.
litty.
What else? I got new boxes.
She got
Yes,
new
I
boxes.
And they're
cute.
beautiful. I'm
Yes,
so
they are. I
so
saw them.
excited. So I do appreciate a lot of the people that have been reaching out to me saying, how can we be a part of Sassbox? And just the love and the feedback has been tremendously amazing.
Good.
And those are adjectives that I just put in one sentence. But yeah.
So your
Tremendously
first 2 weeks off, how'd you feel?
I'm not even off. It's just
Working, but
into another job. I feel great. I can wake up whenever I want to.
ain't talk about it.
I thought about that one time when I woke up in the morning, and I was like, I hate fucking Safira, man. Like, that's exactly what I said. I was like, damn, she don't got to get up right now.
Nope.
She don't have to get up in the next 2 hours.
She don't even got to get up if she wants to.
Hey, I gotta wake up. Come on.
No. I mean, you don't have to get out of bed.
No, I do, because, well, the other day I went to the post office, and that was an adventure. I had to make about 3 trips.
Because so many boxes?
Yes. So
That's
that
a good
was,
problem to
and I was
have.
like, dang, I need an intern so bad.
Oh.
And then I was like, nope, I'm going to do this by myself. So I just kept going back and forth to the car, back and forth from my house, and that was pretty interesting. But it's going well. I'm excited. Everybody, if you're listening, order a Sassbox, only $20 a month. Get your Sassbox. Big ups to
popping.
all the women that are involved in it. Everybody just support Black women businesses.
Yeah.
Does anybody have the questions that were asked to on email?
I
You
do.
have the
My
question.
phone.
Who has the questions?
In
You
your
have it in your
phone.
phone.
Or
Found
have
out
those?
someone
I have them.
unfollowed
All right.
me, and then
Well,
they
we
just
can
followed
get
me
to
back.
these questions because I know a lot of y'all been tweeting us talking about when y'all going. First of all, when y'all gonna release the next podcast, and then the second question is usually, are y'all gonna ask
Listener
ask the questions and answer and respond to the questions that you ask on email. So it's really important. And so, what's one of the ones that you wanted to? How are these looking? Okay. Professional responsibility. Let's start with. Well, no, let's not do
We
that.
talked
No,
about that.
let's have some
Fun.
fun. Why don't we start with your question, which will probably lead into one of these questions anyway.
Your question.
Yes.
Which one?
How to
How to
cure
deal with-
sexual frustration.
Let's
Oh,
do it.
man.
And then we can pick from those that make sense to
The
follow
one that
feed
it
into
was
that.
like, why niggas always lying?
Why niggas always
Well,
lying?
that'll
Well,
probably go into
babe.
that as well.
Right.
I'm telling you, they all gonna go.
Yeah, no. I wanted to
Something.
bring up sexual frustration because it's something that a lot of men and women deal with
All the time.
all the time, and some people have different ways,
Definitions of them.
different ways of trying to cure that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I
It's
know
incurable.
you think so.
Mm.
Without, and we're not talking about masturbation. We're just talking about how do you get through it.
There we
Fam,
go. Yeah.
Yeah, then we don't have to cure it.
this conversation is going to be quick if masturbation ain't part of the
That's what I'm
conversation.
saying. There has to be different ways. Some people don't want to be rubbing it down every 5 seconds. And
Yo.
if you're really sexually active, like a few people I know, then you really
A
sit
few
here.
people I know
A
are
chosen
sexually-
few.
Select for your friends.
that really do like having sex. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard because either you just don't want to be involved with somebody at the time, or you're in a relationship, but you guys don't see each other as
So
much.
define sexual frustration though. Like
For you.
what exactly does that entail being?
I am mad. I'm mad. I'm usually very, very aggressive. Like
When
a
you're
man
sexually
is-
frustrated.
When I'm
And it's
sexually
because
frustrated.
you have not had sex.
It's because I did not have any sex.
Any type
And
of
sometimes
sex.
it doesn't even matter if it's masturbation or not, because I really do want that man there. Like, I don't know. It's something about the man being there that's way much better. So people really deal with sexual frustration. So I wanted to know what were your ways of just not, getting through it.
What's your time frame on which makes you frustrated? Is it like a
This nigga
day?
is like a day,
No,
probably.
because the idea be like, I need sex. When was the last time you had sex?
Yesterday.
4 hours ago. Get your
No,
monster ass,
That's
Cookie
not it.
Monster.
crazy, craving, sex addict having ass out of here.
I mean, I have a very healthy sexual appetite. Yes.
So tell me, when do you start getting the itch and get frustrated?
Don't say itch. That
not
sounds
say
gross.
itch.
That sounds
Yeah.
gross.
Sounds like a clap.
Like a
I
The clap.
The club.
maybe
The clap. Make it clap.
Ew, this is gross.
Yeah, that's
Guys,
not
I
good.
can't do it.
We
Sorry.
gotta grow up at some
is
point.
Don't make it clap.
So
gross, you guys.
after
Frustration.
a week or two, I think I'm like, hey, this is crazy.
you.
I'm crazy right
So
now.
does everybody else think that's a long time? Do y'all think that's a long time?
A week?
Yeah.
It depends. I mean, if you're actively having sex every day. I mean, listen, a long time for me, maybe
Well,
a
it
long
might be a long
time.
time if you're in a relationship with somebody.
Right.
That's
and you
long.
know you can do these things.
Yeah,
and
it's a matter of crave. Damn, Gia, maybe you should speak
Yeah,
on this.
Gia, talk about
But
it.
I'm not frustrated.
But I feel like
I
you
mean,
had to
you
have
have
gone through
moments.
some frustration in order for it to lead you to say, "Hey, I want to."
No, guys,
Sometimes
you
you
gotta
can't even focus.
understand. Like, you guys gotta understand. It's not a thing.
It never
like,
pops in your
my,
mind.
Oh, yeah.
So then, what do you do to cope?
Work.
And some people do that.
I be so tired. You gotta understand. Like, I work a lot. Like, I work a lot.
You move around
and I
a lot,
move
too.
around
Yes.
a lot to work.
Yes.
So I just be trying to sleep. Sex for me is amazing, right? But like, it's gotta be connected to somebody that I really enjoy.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I don't have time to find out if I enjoy someone, it's like,
I'm good.
So do you think there's ever a moment where y'all are not thinking about sex? Let's talk about
Yo,
that.
the worst time
Let's
is
talk
when
about
there's
sex,
there's a
baby.
word
Let's talk
given upon you in church, and the thought just comes up like,
that's the truth.
I'm
all
not
places.
supposed to be thinking
Yeah.
about that.
Facts. When you pray,
You're
that's
preaching
when
my
it always
life right
comes
now,
out.
Lord, and right now,
I have never
this
thought
is
about
when-
sex in church.
Are you
You're a
kidding me?
liar.
You're a liar.
liar.
Sitting
You
in
a
this room
lie.
right now.
You lie.
You know well that
Why
you
y'all
think, because you know damn well you did.
All right, fine.
Thank you.
Anybody ever had sex in the church?
No, this is not
just
Greenleaf.
see
Damn
that
it! No, just
That's where we cross the
I'm
line.
asking, don't mean I have.
Oh, what's the craziest place you've ever
You gotta
had
ask. Gotta
sex?
ask. You gotta ask.
Let's go around the table. Let's go
Let's
around.
let's
What
just
was
I feel like
the
you should
last
start
one?
with you.
Oh, nah, I got a bathroom break. Excuse me. What did you
Bathroom
say?
break?
I didn't hear what you asked.
Where's the craziest place you've ever had sex?
Come back to me. I gotta think about it.
No, we're
Gia?
just gonna go around.
Oh, it's not crazy though.
Crazy.
The craziest place is probably like when you're a teenager in your car in a parking lot on the rooftop,
On your car
Rooftop.
or in
on
it?
the car.
on the car.
I've done it
Oh,
on the car.
view.
well.
on the car.
Yes.
Well.
Well. There was that one time.
Let's talk about it.
And I was in the streets of Brooklyn. Boy, I
You was in the
swear.
streets.
I was in the streets of Brooklyn. And
Just in the streets
next
of
thing you
Brooklyn.
know, we were in like
The streets
some
of
type of
Brooklyn.
like road. Like just it was like way out of the way. And it was just like by a river. Like it was like water there. And next thing I know, I had sex there.
Nice scenic route.
Nope.
Got it.
Don't do it. I was scared the whole time. I was like, I was enjoying it, but I was like, no. So yeah, that was the craziest place.
It's always crazy when you think you can get caught.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why. But it's
Rebecca?
fun that way. But it's
Girl.
scary.
We're going counterclockwise.
I'm 30. Thank you.
Okay, yes, I'm saying.
So skip me. I'll
you
come
you
back.
had to dig deep.
I have
I
to-
know what you're saying.
Plenty
I'll
of
be back.
places.
I'll be back. Easy.
Plethoric.
Easy.
Saphir.
Come on.
Is that many?
No,
I'm just playing.
Oh, speaking of money, I had a question about that later. Go
Pray
ahead.
to God that
Oh Lord.
No, really.
He is. He is.
he is gonna
He
hear
is.
it.
We didn't say the best. We just said the craziest.
And there's a difference.
difference.
Oh, God, yeah.
There's a difference.
Okay.
There's a difference. There's this alley that we used to go.
See? Yo, your alley be crazy.
But that's not it either. There's this alley we used to go to a lot.
That only happened to me
in
once.
my car.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
sorry
okay.
to anybody who's rode in the back.
Oh, all of us. Thanks, Jeff.
An apartment building roof. No. The elevator.
Thank you.
You were waiting.
I was waiting for that.
Did you press the emergency button?
Well, here's
How
the
did you do
thing.
it that
I'm
fast?
too claustrophobic for that shit.
Here's the story.
Oh man.
I was dating a firefighter, and he had the keys to every
The keys to the city.
elevator in
He
the
had
city.
the keys to the city.
Yes, so he
So y'all can just use elevators wherever.
Yeah.
yes
He
he
unlocked
put
her.
the key in, and
I bet he did.
Currently.
stopped the elevator.
No, Johnny's plotting right now.
And we had sex, and it was really good. And
Wow. Oh, don't say that. All right.
yeah,
I mean,
Was
it
there
is
a
what it
camera?
is.
Was there a camera in there?
I hope not.
Yo, y'all
Right.
y'all are better
Tonight on the 9 o'clock
That's
news.
bold.
But
Go ahead,
yeah,
Scotty B.
that's the craziest.
I'm
That's
trying to think because
Better than me.
Y'all had 3 turns to think. Now y'all better.
Facts.
okay, no, I'm listening. I got
Oh.
okay, Kenneth Cole.
Oh.
Yes, my Kenneth Cole in the
Dressing room.
dressing room.
Dressing room sex is popping.
Yes, and it's
You know
not
what
the
I'm
it's
saying?
not the first time. I mean, that was the first time, but then we had Macy's, and then we had a few.
So
other-
y'all
You
was just
guys were
hopping
shopping.
around.
We
Shopping.
shopped a lot. we did. No, seriously. That or literally in the middle of the hood on top of a car.
See, that's
In
what
the
I'm saying,
middle of the
car.
hood.
And you sometimes gotta do what you gotta do.
Right. And literally anybody
Could've
could
walked
She,
by.
it was a cul-de-sac. She just drove up
just
to the very end and
and
just
did it.
opened up.
There it goes. And that was it. And I think that was the craziest. I mean, the times that we did it in his mother's house.
Oh God.
And they
Hold up.
Not the
Ain't no
mother's bed.
cul-de-sacs in the hood.
no,
bruh.
no, never on.
You still
Right,
on
what?
cul-de-sac?
You said cul-de-sac.
No, but you said cul-de-sac. I said, hold up. Ain't no cul-de-sacs in the hood. Sorry.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, that's
There ain't no cul-de-sac.
Yeah, that's you, girl.
Pretty suburban.
Suburban. Suburbia.
Burbia.
Okay.
Rebecca.
Oh, me?
Here we go.
She was right on her list just now.
The crazy dressing room, yes. His office after hours. So he had the keys
Sounds
to
like Scandal.
his office. It was a long night, and
Apparently.
we were. I already knew I had it in my mind like I'm gonna get myself some tonight. So we were driving. I don't know how explicit I want to be. So we were driving, and I told him I was like, I don't have any panties on, and I had a dress
Well,
on.
there that goes.
There it is,
Yep,
guys.
that's all we need to hear.
And you know, on the way there, we were enjoying each other, or whatever.
Of
And
course.
then he had the keys to his office, which was like this corporate, small, little, cozy office, and it was in the area where all the workers work, and then it was on the conference table.
Well,
You better mess up
And
everybody's
I don't know
desk.
if there were cameras, but there were cameras. I just don't know if it was recording.
Man.
He probably got
yo,
fired.
whoever got that tape, they were like, yo, I'll be right back. Took that tape,
Right.
wherever they wanted to go, had a good time with it.
I
All
think
right,
when you're
Alicia.
in a you got to do this. Come
I
on.
know I am, but I just I think for me, because I'm not like public affection, was in the bathroom in the lobby of a hotel where there was a line of people waiting, which is
Now, that's just inconsiderate.
it was.
Open
yes.
the door.
I was like, oh God, I want to hurry up, want to leave. Okay. Yo, the emotions are like, especially if you're not public when it comes to like being affectionate. Yo, I came out the bathroom, head all the way down. I was faking like I was like, oh my God, I wasn't well. He was like rubbing my back like she was hot, because we were like profusely
Hot and
hot
heavy.
as hell in the bathroom. Yeah, so I was
People,
just like,
everybody was looking at y'all like,
yo, the cleaning
know what
lady,
y'all was
the
doing.
cleaning lady outside was just like,
So
and
have
it was a
y'all-
really upscale rooftop hotel
Jesus.
you mad annoying.
Have you ever been caught?
too. No,
No.
Yes.
Well, yeah,
Not
you walked out
not
of
quote,
no. Well,
walked
they
in on.
my ass wasn't tooted in the air. She saw me. No, I
don't
just
think I've
walked
ever
out.
been
She
caught
really didn't
either.
know what happened.
I think we got caught, but I'm not sure.
Let's
like,
just go with yes.
I don't think she even seen. Like, I mean, she saw. She just was like, dog. She walks into the room.
Ooh.
Oh well, sorry, my ex-boyfriend's mother.
Oh.
So she's just walking around the apartment, and we're doing it. And you know the lay down position where your back is to him.
Mm-hmm.
That position, to the side though.
Mhm.
And we had the covers up, and literally his mom opens the door, and she's like, "Hey, can you pass me the remote?" She's like, "I lost my remote. I can't find it." He was like, literally, penis midway.
No.
His ass was out. So he was like, I felt air. I know she He couldn't even turn around and look at her because he had his back to the door. So I was like, oh my God, I just act like I was asleep. Other than that, I've never
Yo,
ever.
the act like you sleep is
Oh,
so
I act like I
stiff
sleep.
in that moment.
It was so, I almost
You
cried
can't-
because I was like,
You
I
gotta
knew
hold
if
all
she
the
took
breath
that
in the
blanket
world.
off.
Yo,
Oh
the
my God.
shame that comes across pun body in that
Pun
moment
body.
Fun.
body.
is so real.
Yeah, and then another time, I told my mom. I actually just recently told her. I was like, "You almost killed me one day when I was having sex in the laundry room, and I literally was in the most craziest position ever." And I'm like, "Yo, if my mom walked through this door right now, she probably would never talk to me again because the position was so ignorant. It was an ignorant position."
Jesus Christ.
So he just finished. We just finished. Panty midway, I hear the garage open.
Oh,
the
Jesus,
door
that's
open,
the worst.
and I'm like,
At least he had a
"Duh."
warning sign.
Right.
Mhm.
But it's so close. Like our garage and laundromat so close, you can literally open the door, and I just be
Naked.
ass up, crazy. So we, and then as soon as she opened the door, literally, he just buttoned his pants.
Jesus.
And she was like, "What y'all doing in here?" I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, she didn't hear no watching her. She didn't hear anything. It was nothing. I was like, "Oh Jesus." And I was like, "Oh no, we was looking for some more dresses. I needed dresses." She didn't know what else. She was like, "I don't know what they talking about," and walked away. I was like, "Yo," and if you know my mom, you know she really don't play that. And you know that she's really loud and she's physical. So if anything went down, I wouldn't. I couldn't say I would be here today.
No.
Well, thank God for
So
timing.
that was
Yeah.
the story.
Thankfully, never my parents. I'd be dead.
Right.
Yeah,
in a Haitian
I've
household-
never been caught by my parents. Ooh, Jesus.
Let me tell you what being caught in a Haitian
Lord,
household
I'm
be
having
like.
a heart like my heart is beating right now thinking about
Damn,
it.
I'd be a Haitian citizen, okay? My ass would have been deported the fuck back
Me
to
too, and I
Haiti.
have an American parent. That's the bad thing.
I would have been in Haiti selling peas and rice.
Dead ass in Brazil.
My mom would have just kicked me out.
No,
like you
either
think
that
you grown.
or dead. There's just I don't think there's a second
Yeah,
option.
I would
in the
have
Haitian
either that or
household.
die. Yeah.
Yeah. I might have taken that. No,
Jesus
no,
Christ. Oh my God, I'm getting like, y'all understand.
My sister never had sex in the house. My sister never did anything inappropriate with men in the house ever.
That's nice of her.
And my little brother too. Well, then we don't know.
I don't know about your brother.
Yeah, I can't say that.
We gonna go with no for your brother.
Yeah, he just never got
Caught.
Cause your mom works prime time hours.
Yeah, and he does get
for
off
him
at
to be
1:50.
getting that ass in that house. Let's be very clear.
He don't be saying nothing,
He
bro.
don't. Why would he?
Because he's my dude.
Don't
Like,
you have a pool in your house?
yeah, but it's not
Getting
open
it poppin'.
right now.
He getting it
Oh,
popping in the pool.
That's freezing.
I hope he ain't
This
getting
is
it
so
popping.
weird.
No
Pop some
goddamn
more
pool.
chlorine.
Like,
Yeah.
yo, shorty come through. I got a pool in the crib.
I don't think that's him. That's not him. He don't do that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wait till he
He's
turns
18.
He's growing
25.
up.
He's 18 years old.
Wait till
Okay,
he
he's-
turns
he's done
25
this
and tell
once.
you the truth.
Oh, he told me about his first time. It was actually on top of a cruise ship. 2 in the morning.
What?
Your boy, my brother, literally, it happened. It was on on his 16th birthday.
Just airing all his shit.
Nobody know this little boy. And yeah, he said that the old girl said, lay down. I want to do this.
Wow.
Lay
And-
down.
He said, okay.
Oh my God.
And did it. And he was like, I had to take a shower right after. He was telling us this during dinner. And he sits my mom, me, and my sister down. He was like, hey, guys, I lost my virginity on top of a cruise ship.
What?
Happened about 2 weeks ago. Mom was asleep, whatever. And I couldn't help but laugh because I was like, my mom's face was like, wait, what do you mean? Wait.
That's so cool that he was able to tell y'all.
Yeah,
though.
straight
that's
up.
Let me tell you what I can't do in my Haitian household. Have that conversation.
You can have men in the house, though, right?
What do you?
Can men come over? And what age could men come over to your house?
30. I'm
Let's
kidding.
And
talk
you better be
about
coming with a
this.
ring if he's coming over to a Haitian household.
No, my mom. Well, my situation was a little different though. My father passed when I actually brought. No, I'm lying. I brought my first to the house. She did not even
Your
look
mother.
him in the eye. My father was dapping him up, having a conversation. That's the only one I think that my father met. The only one my father was able to meet. But when my second boyfriend, which was a few years after, came to the house, my father had already passed. So my mom was just kind of like, I guess she needed to fill a void a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why she was leisure with that part of it. But if my father was there, I don't think it would have been that easy.
When you say come to the house, like, what do you, like, spend
Come
the night?
inside the home.
Ain't nobody
It's
spend
like-
the night in my house.
Nigga,
Oh,
One
Well,
person did.
Guys have.
Two. Yeah. Two
I got
guys
in
did.
trouble.
No, there's dinners
But they
and stuff,
didn't.
and
And sleepovers.
We wasn't allowed to have no damn sleepover.
No,
no.
not until I was
Dang.
like 20, 24, 25.
So when I was 24, I was in a relationship,
Stayed on the
and
couch.
my ex-boyfriend came, and me and my mom were home, and my dad came home the next morning, and my ex-boyfriend and my mom went upstairs and thought that my ex-boyfriend went downstairs to sleep, and I slept in my room. No.
Of course not.
No. We fell asleep, and he slept on the floor, and I slept on my bed. So at least but stuff happened in my life. But my dad opened my door the next morning, and it was like,
I'm happy you're still here with
yo,
us today.
it was like, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? And I was like, huh? Like waking up, like, what? And he was on the floor, and we were just like both confused.
Wait,
like,
you were on the bed, he was on the floor?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, it's still my room.
It's
and
still
my
your
room
room,
is
yeah.
closed.
No, but
no man has ever seen my room.
Yeah. Like,
No
Really?
man. No man.
nah,
None.
my mom, at that point, my mom didn't. But my door, I didn't close the door. I didn't close the door, though. My door was wide open,
Oh, nah.
and he would sleep on the floor,
My
and I would sleep on the
mom-
bed. But I was very respectful of the house.
My mom said only family room. Family room only. You could sit your family ass in the room. And y'all could watch TV and not go into the room, not go into the bathroom together, wherever it
Yeah.
is. Like nowhere. You will sit down and
Yeah.
have a conversation.
But I mean,
And
like
that's
I
it.
said, I think it was just a different situation for me because if my father was there, it would not have happened at all.
My mom used to send, like, we were family room too. Like, you could sit in the family room or whatever, and then the whole family would, like, eventually leave us alone. But she used to send my brother and sister out, like, one at a time to, like, to see what we were
What
doing.
she was doing real quick.
Do you remember how they were like,
They've been
How
in
old
there
were you
too
though?
go find out. So
How
I was like 16.
Yeah, see, 16.
So,
I was
that's what I'm
20 at
talking
the
and
about.
so
time.
my brother was like
Yeah, no,
11.
16. Oh no,
So-
16 in the house? No, I thought y'all meant older. I'm
16,
sorry.
17.
No,
Yeah, I'm
six-
at 16.
no,
No,
I was
High school.
20.
Yeah.
I was
I was
24
20.
when that happened.
Oh,
but
wow.
when I was
No,
in
we're
high
not
school,
talking about sleeping in the room. We talking about
company.
people
over.
coming
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Boys.
I
coming
was
over.
talking
That was
about
fine.
sleeping in the room. Sorry, I was all over the place. My bad. No, 16
allowed
that
to
wasn't
sleep in
happening
my
regardless.
house.
Mom, dad, whatever
No.
situation.
What?
what were you saying?
I said no one is allowed to sleep in my, like, you got it, like, you can sleep in the basement. Like, my parents are always like, yeah, you can sleep in the couch in the basement. I don't know if they just want to.
No, I crossed
my
the line
parents,
with that one.
my parents' bedroom is on the first level, like the main level. So I guess if they hear someone coming up, they're like, "Can I help you?
Right.
Need anything? What's up?"
You
No,
know.
it's not like a.
No, guys weren't, when I was 16, guys weren't allowed to go any room, sleep
No.
over, nothing
no,
like that.
no.
They just could sit in either outside or in the family room. But then when
Dinner.
I turned, oh no, they never even had dinner.
Oh, we had
16.
dinner.
It was you come after school, you sit down, you hee hee ha ha, you got homework to do, bro. 5 o'clock, you out of here
Right.
before dinner, and that was it. Like my mom had to be there. He had to call his mom. It was a lot.
It was
Like, I
a lot, and then dating was a lot too, because
Oh
my
my
mom
God.
would be like, he needs to come to the house. And matter of fact, I need to meet his. And I'll be like,
yes,
just
his
forget
mother.
it.
But that's good parenting.
Yeah, it is, but it was too much at 16.
I
Like, just
know.
forget it.
Yeah, and you
child.
know you mad at everybody at 16.
Right.
You like, you don't even understand. That's
You
all.
don't
right.
know him,
Right.
Mom.
I'm in love.
Right. But when
Nope.
I'm 25, when I was 23, 24, my mom would have him, he could stay because he's from Philly too. So he couldn't drive, all the time like that. So he would sleep over like on the couch with a blanket, and that is it. And I was, after 12, I had to pretty much like find my way upstairs.
And if you didn't,
I didn't a lot of times. But my mom didn't hear anything.
Right.
Shout out to moms. But
moms
yeah,
be knowing though.
moms do be knowing.
So
Yeah,
guys, what do you,
one time I Jesus, I hate telling this story, but y'all gonna judge my mom. One time I literally came home from like engaging in fun activities.
Having sex.
Right.
Right.
Let's be
Yes,
transparent.
what's wrong?
I walked in, because you know when you walk in the house, you have to like change the demeanor of I just fucked,
Yeah.
right? So you gotta.
She went
You
from
gotta-
having fun activity to
I mean, clearly.
Fuck that
nigga.
Sorry, please, nobody I follow, no family members listen to this. But so I walked in,
all family, turn it off right now.
right, and it was early too. It wasn't even late. It was probably like 9:30. Come in the house, trying to be all calm and cool, like I'm coming from school. Open the door. This is college. Open the door. She goes, I hope the man's house that you're laying in changed his sheets for you.
Mom read you for Phil.
What? Jesus Christ.
And this was like my boyfriend at the time.
Oh.
I was like, damn.
Changed his sheets.
Ugh.
Nah, moms be knowing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I didn't
Ugh.
even, the door didn't even close behind me and she said it.
That's because moms
That's
did that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
My
know?
mom snuck out to see her boyfriend. Snuck her boyfriend into the house when she was in Haiti.
Hey.
And got the business from my grandfather. And she be acting like she was a fucking angel when she was growing up.
Oh
All
my
her sisters told me stories.
God.
Yes.
She know I don't know.
That is crazy, yo.
Yeah, she.
It
that
just
hurt
takes
my
I
it
don't
just
know.
take my mother to look at me and like my mother just know when I'm up to no good.
Yeah.
It's just a look like
That
You are your
hurt.
mother's
and
daughter.
you seen my mother
I tried to be
Rebecca.
so
I can't
pure
hide
when I
it,
came in the
right.
door. It didn't work.
Mm-mm.
What happened when my edges sweaty? Like, I don't get it. What did you know? What did you know? to say that to me.
Even if I was in the, because usually, if, let's say you live in suburbia or whatever, and they drive, like dudes drive, and then you sit in the car for mad hours.
Yup.
Yeah, so you just
Yup.
talking. It was so cute back in the day.
Yes,
Yeah.
but my mom would be thinking, what you doing in there, bro?
Mhm.
So I open the door, she'd be like, let me smell your breath.
oh,
Wow.
you know,
That's a real one.
I
Jeff,
believe
we
it.
gotta cut these stories out because
That's a
this
real
is
one.
crazy.
That's a
I
real
don't know.
one.
And at my age, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Bro,
And she's like, nothing. Let me smell your breath. Go, ha.
That's
She's like,
crazy.
oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay, bye.
Wow.
Yo, moms, like, chill out, bruh.
I got caught in the illest way in high school. Like I wasn't allowed to go out for a month because I was in love, y'all. If you would have hit me when I was 15 and 16, I was in love. No one, if you went to St. John's College High School, you know who I'm talking about. I was in love, and like I thought I was getting married. We had all our friends and couples around us because they wanted to have what we were the couple.
That was the it.
Yes.
Como que lindo.
Anyway, didn't last, but it was good for how long it went. And so one night, like I was kind of in trouble from like staying out past curfew, and so I told my mom I was going to my best friend's house. And so my best friend lives like on the way home from where my mom works, and then my boyfriend lived like not there. So she didn't believe me and went by my best friend's house and was like, text me all caps, your car is not outside. Where are you? Girl. I was at my boyfriend's house. So then she calls my boyfriend's mom and is like, if Gia is there, hi, good to see you. I hope all is well. If Gia is there, tell her ass to come outside right now because she's not allowed to go out the house. No, tell her. No, it's not about you. I'm sorry that this mad, but she knows where she's supposed to be and she's not there.
That is a blast, mother.
You sound just
I
like
came
like my
home
mother.
and I wasn't allowed to go out for like the whole year.
Yo,
Like she was like, "What you think you was doing?" I was like, "Mom, he had my homework and we shared class."
Oh, she gave you that you think you're grown talk.
Yes.
Ain't nothing like a you think you grown talk.
No, well, this is
Jesus
about the
Christ.
fourth time I had been like not where I was supposed to be, but she had caught me in a lie. Like this time she was like, I'm at your best friend's house. Your car is not here. Why are you lying? And I was
You
like,
know how much that hurt, Mom?
was
Mom was mad hurt that you lied to her for the first time. And
no,
she
I
caught you.
no, I was
Well, like, caught you
she
in
was
a
just
lie. That
mad.
hurt.
She was mad that she was right, but she also didn't want me to be pregnant. At 16,
Right.
so.
Shout out to moms for saving us
Yeah.
from not having to
Amen.
deal with these relationships that turned into parenting. I be feeling bad for some of these people that are our age though that like have to co-parent or like a
Figure it
conversation
out.
I was recently having with somebody is like so many people in our generation are going to probably meet people that already have a kid.
Yes.
Everyone already has. A lot of people already have.
A lot of people have kids, bro.
And how do you deal with that? I know
We might-
that's what one of the listeners asked. How do you deal with possibly being a stepmom? Woo, Jesus! What would y'all do?
I was in that position.
Yeah, I don't
Me
think it ma- I
too.
don't, as
You
long
were-
as your
you
kid
said
ain't
you
no
weren't?
dating
I
him,
was.
I'm
You
fine.
was?
Mhm.
I was too, girl.
Explain.
So, I mean, I wasn't married. Obviously, never been married. But when I did like try and get back with the guy that I got caught going over his house, my first love, he had a child in between that, and I was like, that girl hated me because his mom still loves me. Like that's the homie, and so I'm probably saying too much. Sorry, y'all. But he had a child, and we were trying to work it out. At first, I was uncomfortable because I knew her mother didn't like that's still a child.
Right.
And then I always envisioned like that I was gonna have his child. So at first it was uncomfortable, but then you realize that you love that man and that child is a part of him, and the baby didn't ask for this. So it's like you talk to the baby, me and her became cool. She wanted to have on my jewelry, like she was like, hey, like, can I have that? And I was like, yes, you can have everything. It was just fun. I love kids, and I love the person that I was with at that time,
Yeah.
and I wanted to make it work. But again, we never dated for longer than like 2. I wasn't picking her up. Like there are ways to go about it. I don't feel like you should be a step parent unless y'all are married. Like
Right.
you can't take on the responsibilities of that child and then he don't do anything. That's my problem with like being a step parent.
I don't know
when
what
guys
the- I
give
just-
all the women the responsibility, and then that's what happened with Yandy and them.
Well,
I think it depends on the situation though. Like that's a hard situation. Like if this is somebody that you meet and they just have a child and you're like, okay, I really like him, then it's like, okay, let me get to know your son or your daughter, or whatever the case may be. But if you are in a relationship with somebody and for whatever reason he has a baby on you or y'all break up and you come back, that's way harder than finding someone.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That's why I
don't-
said Gia's situation is different. I don't think I could do that.
I don't know how people deal.
can't do
That's
that.
a whole nother thing that we could dive into. I don't understand how people deal with the "you had a baby on me, let's try to work it out," because it's one of them things. Like, you know how they were saying, there's break babies.
Nah, no break babies.
And then there's
I'm talking
people
about
who like cheat
legit
on
cheat
people.
on you and have a baby.
I don't know how
We
people
broke up for, just to clarify, we had broken up for like 2-3 years.
Yeah, no. I know what
Just
you're
so
saying.
everyone knows.
Yeah, no.
He was in a whole ass relationship,
And then a
so
whole
was
not
I.
ass
And then everybody
relationship.
broke up. And
Right.
then I was like, "You still trying to do this?"
I've
You know,
been
he's
in the
trying to-
situation where I was a step parent, and we weren't married. No.
So you picked up
And
the
it was
baby?
it was one of the dumbest
How old were you?
I was 22 to 24.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like,
22 to 24.
And he was the
you
same
really
age?
with him.
Yeah.
he was the same age?
Yes.
Yeah, see, nah.
So how
And
did you
we-
feel like when he made you like? What do you mean by step parent? Like you picked up the baby from school? Like
I took on responsibilities because I'm like, I was young and dumb. So I'm like, oh my God, we're together and I'm going to be all about you and we're going to do this. And so I had just started working at Hot again, and I was like, we're just going to make it work. So I would form my schedule. So I would work mornings, and then after, okay, it's all about you. And then we pick him up from school, and I went through the motions of what a step parent does. On weekends, museum trips,
22.
trips to yes, I was young and dumb.
College party, bruh.
but I don't think there's.
I was young. I had just got out of school. I had just came home.
True.
Just came home from college. We got into a relationship. We fell in love, and everything was okay. We're gonna conquer the world together. But I mean, I could talk about so much about that relationship
right.
because everything. That was one of them situations where it was like everything that you are, I'm gonna become too, or vice versa.
Right.
And again, I'll say it. I was young and dumb, and I literally was so happy that I was just like, okay, I'm willing to accept this, and I'm willing to go through this with you. You have a kid, okay, let's work it out. And not for nothing, the mother of his child did not like me at first. Me and her are great friends now, amazing friends now, but she didn't like me at first. We had to grow, but I thought I was gonna marry him. I thought that was it.
That
the truth. Everybody wanna get
conversation with
married.
the mom?
I don't know what the stepmom responsibilities are.
Girl.
I've never experienced it. I feel like if I'm dating somebody that does have kids, I wouldn't want to meet the kid. I don't want to meet the kid.
Until-
what?
This nigga don't ever want to meet the kid.
No, yes, she does.
I mean, I do because it's an extension of you, and I would
Right.
like to see the extension of you. But I just don't know how to act with kids. And also, this is his kid. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do.
I think
Then
it's perfectly
also-
fine to make sure that you're super secure in this relationship and where
Right,
it's going
right.
before you meet this child.
And then
Right.
also what was a little different was the fact that some people meet the kid when the kid is like a full kid, like 12 or 13. I was with his son. His son was 2. And
Well-
until he was like 5. So we kind of, it was like I helped raise the son. It's a lot. It's a lot.
See,
Trust me, one day we
if
could
I
all
was
dissect the whole
mom,
thing.
I wouldn't, and this is like no shade to you, not saying that you can't take care of my kid. I just do not want my son meeting other people.
Oh, yeah, let me tell you a story.
Until we know for sure
No.
that this is who is going to be your wife.
No.
Because you're not about to just be meeting 3-4 women.
No.
And that was her
And then
thing
building
too.
relationships with them, and they're walking in and out this person's
Exactly, that was
life.
her thing too. And then as our
And I feel her.
relationship started to break apart, that's when me and her really got on the same page. She was like, "I'm just now getting used to who you are. I like you as a person. I think you're an amazing woman. I think you're an
she's
amazing person."
mature.
And she matured, but then it was like he was breaking off and going into another direction. So now you're bringing somebody else into the situation. It's like, you can't keep doing this to our son. Our son is looking at you like, what are you doing? That's where she was coming from. So I totally understood it. Like, her not liking me wasn't on some like, oh, I don't like her, because it was legit valid reasons. Again,
Right. No,
we
for
were
sure.
all young and dumb
Yeah,
and
22.
trying to figure it
just-
out.
That's popping to her for having that mentality at 22.
Question.
I mean, by then we were like 24,
Question.
25.
Well, yeah, still, that's still mad young.
So let's just say you have a kid with a dude, y'all break up, right? And the dude gets in a serious relationship, and your kid has to go over there every weekend, whatever. see
The
that.
co-parenting stuff.
Right. So, and let's just say one day y'all all go out, y'all all, have dinner or whatever it is, and your son calls her Mom 2 or Mommy Part 2
I'm sorry.
Well, that's when you have to be an
or
adult
something like
and
that.
have the conversation. Kids, go play, and all of y'all have a conversation. I'm gonna
But
let you.
would you?
We're going to have a conversation as soon as I hear it.
But if she's like, yeah, your child wanted to call me mommy.
We're
Yeah, up
going-
to the child.
Right.
Right.
To the
Tell the
damn
child.
child.
I'm sorry.
I'm
My
sorry.
name is not
No,
mommy.
you give her a formal. Yes,
Yeah.
Miss Tina.
But you see, and
Hi,
that's what.
Miss
yeah.
Tina?
Miss Tina, whatever.
Aunt, whatever you want to
Whatever the girlfriend's name
That-
is.
No,
No, I'm
something
saying no.
respectful.
But I'm saying like, would it be Miss Tina or would it be like something mommy?
No.
like,
No,
Nigga.
not
It
the
would
mommy. We didn't
did
share
not
9
carry
months
my
But
child.
together.
see,
Right.
but see, this is why it's
outta here.
no
No,
fact.
I carried and pushed this nigga out. This is my child.
Only time it can become mom is if y'all are married and she's legit raising you in the home.
But
Like,
No.
But
and
even
it's
then,
still,
my
even
nigga,
still,
even
right?
then.
Even still, it's very like teeter the line.
no.
No.
You also can't be a 13-year-old ass nigga calling me mom.
You
and
can just call me
know-
Sap or Saf or Safira.
Yeah,
right. Because I remember I was dating this guy, right, and he just had a kid.
because I remember that.
He did not call the baby.
Wait,
did not call you
no.
mommy.
I was dating the guy, whatever, and he said he asked me, "This is date, whatever. This is not even."
Y'all not even in a relationship.
No.
Wow.
He said,
See, no.
"What would you like
Oh God.
my daughter to call you?"
I'd have been like, sir,
I
tell her
was
to
like,
call me ma'am.
What? But why would I need to meet your kid?
he felt it was going someplace serious.
Not on
Yeah.
date 1, 2,
I
3,
think
4,
a lot
or
of times,
5.
and I think a lot of times
That's
people
up to him.
do
Maybe he felt
act
the connection.
prematurely,
But I'm saying-
and
Would you trust, as the baby mama, your man, just always
is-
meeting kids? Just
I think
I mean,
that
always meeting
co-parenting
women.
is like one of the most like you really have to pay attention to the kids. At the end of the day, is about the kids.
yeah.
So whatever is happening in your adult ass lives, y'all make
Right.
sure you and your parent or whoever you're with, the bae, is on the same page, or ex bae
It's an
is on the same
yes.
page. It's an adult
Ass
experience.
conversation.
So I've seen people from college who grew up, together, dating, had a baby while we were all, trying to do our thing in
Right.
college.
Yeah.
We're together for a few years and then broke up, and now there's 2 separate relationships, and all 4 of them are in the baby's life. But it's like, none of them are married, but they make it work. So I think if you love a person and you're ready to meet the child, then meet the child. But at the end of the day, like, that's up to the parents, like
Yeah.
what really happened.
And even if the parent is ready for their significant other to meet their
And then
child,
you're not ready.
it's still your decision on if you're ready to meet the child as well. Just because it's their kid
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you don't have a fucking decision and play in this.
Absolutely.
Right.
Like, you might think it's cool, but me as a person, I'm not quite
ready
comfortable yet.
Yes.
Eventually, yes, I have no problem, but right now is not time.
Yeah.
And, own that.
Yeah.
It's fine if you own that.
Yeah.
It's a learning
agree.
lesson too. It's a part of maturity. It's a part of growing. And just thinking back to like
just
my
gotta be
situation, it
mature.
was like if that was me now meeting somebody that has a kid, it would be one of them things like, okay,
Hey.
let's tread lightly and
Yeah, no.
circle back maybe next year when the kid's
Maybe about
probably
the-
5 and has more of a mental capacity to.
Hit me up when they ain't
I
college.
think two examples
For
of
real.
co-parenting that I see like via social media
Hit me back during taxes.
is my homegirl
Wow.
Christmas.
sorry.
You might know her. Christmas. Yeah.
Christmas.
At Christmas
Christmas.
_ shout out to her
You're mad
yeah,
annoying.
so stupid. Her conversations about
Christmas.
co-parenting are so real. And Mr. Chris Classic, I think.
Oh, I don't know Chris.
Oh,
Classic.
yeah.
He
I
did
see
something
him
as
on-
well,
mhm.
and his relationship with the mother of his child. Of course, this is on social media. Seems to be very dope as
Yes,
well as far as
yes.
co-parenting.
And
like,
that-
but it takes time to get to that point.
Also, that's
man.
another
It does take
conversation to raise too, because some women in relationships, like say we are in relationships with men that have children, there are certain men that still like respect the mother of their child to like. Sometimes I think it's a little too much, but they still
Respect them too much. I got too much respect.
Respect too
You don't like that? You don't want them to be
Where they
respected
going?
at
That's
all?
what I'm saying. Like they be going in.
Some
Like,
respect for me.
like, happy birthday to
can't.
the best mother in the world. Like,
If she's the best
it.
mom,
I mean,
it be like, chill, nah, I'm good. Why you got a poster
Yo,
for?
you so petty.
Why you got? That is
You're
funny.
so
That is funny. That's
petty.
funny.
the messiness
No,
behind the magic,
Right,
people.
no, no, no.
Right. But there are some people there are some people who can't handle that.
No, it takes a lot.
It does.
yo, don't forget, it's another freaking human being, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you passing them through these experiences, and that's gonna,
Right.
like, they're gonna carry this shit with them for the rest of their
their
lives.
Yeah.
Like, you
Fuck.
gotta be very careful, tread lightly, just be sensitive to it.
Yeah, because
That's
one of my
it.
friends, my best friend, had a situation where the dude was just not ready to really, really settle down because he was still like. It's also up to the people to also set up that meeting though, like that.
Yeah.
I need to meet who you are dating
agree.
meeting because it gets real messy when men don't say nothing. Like
Exactly.
when men be like. Nah, you don't need to meet her.
Yeah,
Why? Why
that's
you need to
where
meet
the
her for?
problem
That's
happens.
immaturity because most of the time, if you just talk to the other female, 9 times out of 10, you got something in common with her because
Yes.
he liked both of y'all.
Right.
So it's like,
Right.
it's probably not
Like,
like,
fuck both of y'all
oh,
over.
well,
Easy.
at the end, you'll become best
Be a
friends.
changed man.
Right. But at the end
Shout
of
out
the
to
day, it's all about,
I can't.
it's all about that conversation. Like,
Just so, I'm sorry to cut y'all off. Just so y'all, just so y'all know.
Don't
Saphira's
you dare.
text-
Don't you
Saphira's
dare.
texting me on the side.
Don't you dare.
We had a
Oh
conversation.
my God. How dare you?
Say it.
so
Say
you
it.
texting me on the side. So you
Say
texting
it.
her on the
He's not
side.
gonna hear this.
Yes, he
Okay,
is.
forget it. Forget
I
it. I'm
asked Rebecca,
sorry.
okay, I'll air it out.
Nah, it's already on the mic.
Deanna's gonna say
friends.
be
Transparent. Yes, thank you. Be
So-
transparent.
On the way here, Rebecca and I were talking, and I was like,
I hate
gotta
y'all.
go.
I was like, I need something like real cute and sexy to text back. What should I say? So she's giving me mad explicit like NR-17 stuff. So she said something real raunchy and nasty. And I looked at her like, okay, we not on that level just
You
yet.
got-
So can you give me something rated R and not NR-17? And so me and him is texting right now. So I'm sitting here like, what was that? I just text her like, what
What's
was
that freaky shit you
what's
told
that
me I
freaky
should
shit you said I should say again?
I can't.
Wait, that's such a good conversation, guys.
I was
How
about to
many?
say.
How many of you guys have asked your friends for text advice? Because it's a
Oh,
thing.
God.
Like I
All
am
the
so bad at
time.
texting, especially like when you don't really. I hate texting,
Yeah.
especially
Oh my
when you don't
God.
really know a person.
What does he mean?
No, you know what my friend does? She will send her nudes. Like, does this look good? And
Yeah.
I've sent her stuff before too. Like, how does look? I'm
Right.
about to send it. How does
I've
look?
seen so many nudes in my lifetime, but I don't
Right.
send them. So like,
Girl, you gotta get the right angle, and it gotta be the right timing too. Like sometimes,
thank you, thank you for nude 101
I'm just saying.
Nude
Sometimes,
one-on-one.
with
What's the
Professor
perfect
Saphira.
timing?
sometimes right before I'm getting in the shower or after I get out the shower,
I
I
After
get
you
be
get
feeling.
that, when you
You
put
know,
the oils
looking at
on.
myself
Oh
like,
God,
right.
Rebecca could teach a
Yeah.
class.
I
on
don't
this.
trust anyone
Rebecca,
like
I'm
that.
sure
I don't
Deanna-
All right,
trust
here's
men.
here's a little song, okay?
Now this is real
When you hop
101.
off, when you get out the shower, you're taking a really hot, steamy shower. Pores is open, skin is moist.
Listening,
Mirrors
Don't
is
mirrors is
steamed.
steamed up.
I just can't.
steamed up.
Steamed up. Okay. Don't dry off. Don't get a towel. Air dry for a little
cold.
bit.
Let the water
Let
drip.
the water drip a little bit. Hold on. Get the Johnson & Johnson.
Oh,
Get
get
the
the
Johnson
Johnson
and
and
Johnson.
Johnson.
Johnson and Johnson.
So don't
Johnson
use a
and
vino.
Johnson.
No
No,
coconut.
Got
no,
it.
A vino is not that cute though.
No coconut.
no,
Listen,
vino.
It works.
Yes,
No
it
but it's not
does.
that cute.
No ponds.
No Vaseline.
No bad.
Vaseline.
You know
Ew.
what?
Well, you could slap. Yeah.
Easy.
What y'all mean no coconut oil? Coconut oil has
No,
that
Yeah, but
skin
you know what
on.
it is? Coconut has that smell. That is
No,
just
I can
like
see
it's
that in
too
the nude though.
earthy.
They can't
Can't
smell it in
nobody
the nude.
smell a picture.
Well,
No. All I'm talking is a scratch and sniff.
Damn.
I'm talking
Scratch and sniff.
I'm talking about. Nah, I'm thinking about like he's there.
Oh,
You know, he's there.
I'm
And
talking,
you
we're
know-
talking about pictures.
You want to walk out, door open.
meanwhile I still
Oh,
need
when
you
he's
there.
there.
He's there. Don't wipe off baby oil and walk out like, What's
If
up?
you're
what we
under the
watching
age
tonight?
of 18,
What
turn
we
off the
listening to?
podcast now.
I hope nobody under 18 is listening to this show.
Now you know
bad
badass kids are definitely listening to this show.
NC-17.
I don't know how to be. Okay, I'm naked in front of you now. And then what do I say exactly?
No, you don't say in your socks.
nothing.
You're gonna be standing there with your socks and Tim's like, what you want me to say now?
I'm about to fuck on you tonight. Papa.
No.
Like, what else did she say
What
with
do I say?
socks
'Cause
that
you
go to her
can't really say,
ankles?
like,
You don't
Like,
say
her socks
nothing.
don't even come to
You
her
don't say
knees,
nothing at
fam.
all.
It's a whole different
You've already said
person.
all you could. It's body language. It's up to him to respond at that point.
Deanna gonna be standing there like, hey.
So
Donnie's gonna have Nike ankle socks on, fam. With some
'Cause
she'll
Jack
walk out with
ties.
baby oil and stance socks on. and
Because
it's gonna be a wrap.
I hate Stan socks. But yes, I have some Nike socks on.
Exactly.
And then I'll be naked, but I can't wear my anklet.
You gotta
my
take
teeth.
that. Please,
Yeah.
at least get some thigh-high
gotta
socks
grow
for
up,
the
bro.
culture, bro.
Fuck.
Can we get you some
I just
thigh-high
don't
socks?
Highs, yeah.
American Apparel's going out of business. You could probably get 5 for 10.
Yeah, but you think they fitting over my thighs?
Fam,
What's
They
the
do.
matter?
get it
They're
to your
good.
If they
kneecap.
roll down,
That's better than your
you're
ankles,
not,
bro.
Come on, niggas don't
Oh,
care
so
if the shit
wait.
fits.
Meanwhile, can you
Question.
text me back when I'm
So
texting
I'm
back?
wearing.
He's been waiting for about 7
You
minutes
gotta
and I don't want
Because
to
he
see.
read the last message
Ain't
and I'm trying
that-
to lead up.
Lead up.
So stupid.
Chai ain't gonna listen to this podcast and be like, Sophia, don't fucking text me no shit.
Well, I had a question in the same realm of the
Texting
sex
is
talk.
hard.
Yeah. Man. Especially
What do you do
sexting.
when somebody
I'm
asks
not
you how
good
many
at
people
texting.
you've been with?
I'm sorry.
You said
What do you do when somebody asks you how many people you've been with?
Come again.
Whether
tell the
it's
truth.
been, do you really answer the question?
Tell the truth.
I can't tell the truth, guys. It's not
No,
that big of a deal.
I'm not. No, I'm not saying you. But do you answer the question?
I do tell the truth. Yeah, I do.
Would you
Alright, see
answer
what
the
happens.
question?
Oh, God. Rebecca tried to set
update.
me the fuck
Update.
up.
Update.
want to know
I
What
know,
did update? What did the text say? What did she tell you to say?
This is the text that I told your ass is going to get me in trouble.
But you said give you something good.
Just say it.
What did she
God
say?
damn it.
Tell me something good.
I'll read it. Can I read it?
My expletive,
My pussy.
my pussy is pounding for you.
Wow.
I did not say for you.
My pussy is pounding
I didn't say
thinking
that.
of you.
I said I'm recording right
Wait
now,
a
but I
minute.
cannot fucking concentrate.
At all. She said, I'm recording, but I
That's good.
cannot concentrate at all. My pussy is thinking of
Why?
my
Why do I
pussy is
have?
pounding,
This is
thinking
why.
Yo,
Please
she
don't give me
got
that
real
voice.
tonight. I'm
Please don't
not
give me that
sending that to him because he's going to think I am a fucking
No.
nutcase.
You're pussy.
wild.
You're pussy.
I am.
You should send
Cannot send that.
Yo,
We have to
Oh,
be
no.
really
Word is so
together. I can't just
wretched.
be sending it to people.
No
I
facts.
mean, he done seen a good. I said a good.
he came together real fast. Listen, they together.
Oh, okay.
Do you want that to stay in,
he's
or
co-
do you
he's-
want that
You're
out?
gonna cut
He's
that out.
connected. He has connected.
Hell no.
Hell no.
They've made connections. Cut that out too, please. I'm sorry.
Okay, okay.
Too
Say
much.
Johnny
Sorry.
You guys are
transparency.
dating.
Yes, guys, I am dating.
Yeah.
A man. Like, yes, you're dating, but I'm saying one man. You are dating one man.
Yes, one man.
Okay.
I
that's
mean,
dope.
isn't everyone here dating? One man?
I mean, is there? I mean, should it matter? Like, why
About to
you?
lose all my texting.
No. Back to the question. Why you even asking me?
The
Why
question.
are you asking me how many people I've
Right.
been with?
My thing is, if you can't tell me how many you've been with,
Oh, that's where we're going.
you can't.
I think it should just be if I've been with somebody who is close to you and like not like
Facts,
best friends or
facts.
family, but like they in your like
Your circle.
in some way years
Somehow.
ago didn't know you, now I
Right,
know
right,
you
right.
kind of thing. I'll let you know so it's not uncomfortable. Cause he and
Right.
I know what it was.
Right.
I'm not gonna let you look stupid.
So you would say that too. You would have that conversation. You would tell him, "Hey, yeah, so I knew your homeboy."
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in
No, I'm not gonna say I
18."
knew your homeboy. Listen, we were,
Don't
were
ever
intimate.
start a conversation like
like,
that.
oh yeah, I know
No, I'm
him.
asking. I'm asking.
No, I would.
So yeah, I knew your homeboy
So, wait,
back
wait,
in the
so-
day. We did some
I
things,
know
and
just a
I
little
never
thing.
really wanted you to know.
Remember
wait, so you-
Raekwon?
No.
You know Raekwon.
Right.
So wait, so would
From
you
49.
Would you be like, "Yeah, I've been with so and so people"? Would you be like, "Why are you asking me"? Do you think it's
No,
important?
I'd be like, that's interesting.
Yeah. I probably would.
But like, I
I
think
turn
there.
into a
Why do
bigger
you ask
conversation.
that
I mean,
question?
I I think if it's just a conversation topic, and it's like it's been a minute. Like at this point, we together.
Well, yeah,
it's a
no.
funny thing to talk about. But if you are like,
I'm talking about like
if this
in
is
the
third
beginning.
date, like nah.
Nah, it's not even business. Third date.
I don't care what date. Don't ask me, bro.
If you're in a relationship, a full-fledged relationship, and they're like, all right,
How
and
many
we
people you
chilling
been
and
with?
we just
Nah.
watching movies.
No, because
Was
I
it-
think
was
their
it matter?
feelings are too
Funny.
invested at that point, and they're not gonna know what to do if their number,
At the end
if
of the
your
day-
number supersedes what they think of you. They're going to lose their fucking
think
mind.
it's a
It's
funny
a lose-lose.
conversation.
It's a
I don't
lose-lose.
know.
As
I
long
don't
as we
care.
have the
People
right
still ask that
conversation
question?
about
Yo.
safety
I think
and
so.
about STDs and about
I don't
getting
know.
checked and about
Right,
health,
right.
that's the conversation.
No, facts.
Not about how many penises I've seen in my life.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's annoying.
That,
Well,
come on.
there are some men that's actually very important. I was having a conversation with two opposite, like two
That's
totally
true.
different
Men do-
people. And one of my homeboys was like, yo, I don't give a fuck if Shorty has been with this many people. If she could keep my attention by fucking me on the first date, then Shorty's a keeper because she could keep my attention. And I was like,
How could
what does that mean?
She means if they fuck on the first date, but she can keep his attention.
After the first date, after fucking
I was
on the
about to
first
say,
date.
I was about to say what?
No. So he's just saying, well, she's if her personality is that dope that I can still engage in conversation with her and still be with her sexually, then she's dope. And I was like, wait, so there are men out here that are super comfortable with that. I never knew that.
Yeah, but
And
niggas
the
be
other
lying
dude at the
too,
table,
so-
no, I believed him truly because the dude on the opposite side of the table was like, yeah, she's a whore. I want no parts of that slut. Like he was looking at her like she's crazy.
Baxton Hart to break.
Yeah, like, and I was like, see, this is two totally entirely different men who see women totally different.
If
mean,
you're
I guess it
asking me, you
depends.
are childish, and I don't even know what your intentions are anymore. Like, what are you trying to? I don't even get the joke part. Like when people are like, all right, just tell me, you fuck more than 10 guys? You be like, what?
And niggas be throwing out low numbers too.
And
like,
I think,
like it just shows that men, they really don't want anything in the double digits.
Yeah.
They really be like, all right, 5. No, what are you talking about? What are you talking 5?
yeah, because niggas gotta factor
Double
in.
digits was scared niggas to death.
You gotta factor in your high school life. You gotta factor in college. Then you gotta
Right.
factor in HBCU
and
college.
factor in that we're
Wow.
fucking
Wow.
women.
Wow.
No.
It-
Because if you go to a black school, if you go to a black
It's
school and there's
different.
nothing but hotties
different.
at your school, as opposed to going to another
not
school where
even
you're not
nice.
attracted to having.
At
Did
your
you just
school.
generalize
No,
all HBCUs as
I'm
sex?
saying if I went to
institutions?
Howard University as opposed to where I went to college,
No, that's
there's way more options
no,
for me
baby.
there.
No, here's what we don't realize, right? Because I went to Rutgers, and the community of African Americans, it was the same ratio. Like the ratio is still the same.
I don't know.
It's way less than.
You
I
were
don't
sitting on a
know.
podcast with two girls that went to HBCU. You try to say I just threw my vagina.
No,
everywhere.
that is not what
vagina.
I'm saying at all. What I'm saying, see, well,
Send me
my
up
God,
a
I don't
text.
say it like
See
that.
how
I'm
new
not
text-
I'm just
thinking
saying
about
if you went to
you
some
in
fucking
particular.
college in Minnesota where your chances of seeing the type of guy
I don't know.
that
If you go to
you
college
want,
in Minnesota, you doing everything because ain't nobody gonna take you on to Minnesota.
And ain't nothing else to do.
Right. When in Minnesota.
or that.
Do as the Minnesota.
But I'm saying where you have a plethora of beautiful black ass men.
Hey,
Well, that's
Minnesota.
also I
Tell
didn't go to
you.
what?
Let me
Damn,
tell you
your eyes are that
something.
watery.
You
Was
can
that
have a
funny?
plethora of black men, a plethora of white men. If you want to fuck plethora or not, you fucking have.
You fucking regardless.
Child.
Fuck the
Please.
plethora.
But no, but you have to.
There's
I-
a plethora of
dudes
black
are
men on
annoying.
at PWIs.
Well, no, I'm not saying that it's
What's the
not
PWI?
possible.
If you go to an HBCU, you fucking all night.
That's not
You
what I
you
was
fucking-
saying.
You a
Get
quad
on my
hoe.
nerve. Never mind.
You be in the
quad.
quad.
No, but I do think they have
the
to
quad.
factor
Fucking
in
in the
these
quad.
things.
You a yachty.
That was so
Well, you know,
funny.
Y'all have to
crazy.
like guys don't factor in stuff like that. Whether she
Guys
went to
don't
college.
factor
factor
it
in
in because they not
anything.
telling us what they fucking did. They
Yes.
gonna stoop low. Yeah, I fucked about
12.
6 girls. Nigga.
You ain't fucked up.
Oh, you mean last
girls.
month?
Right.
Yeah.
You,
Right.
oh, you
That's a
mean in
good
the
one.
past week.
Okay.
Ew.
Ew.
Like, right, facts. That's disgusting to us too.
What?
Yes.
Men having multiple
Community
partners
dick.
so frequently.
Community
Day.
dick.
Yeah.
Community.
Yes.
My
Dick.
thing is,
Yes. Yes.
you should not be. Don't ask me no questions like that.
Don't touch
those
my hair. Don't ask me questions. Let's just not go there.
Please don't ask me none of that. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's not even like, come on. What age do you stop asking that question?
Ask
Yo,
me
niggas, they
if I'm about to
soft,
hop on or
man.
not. That's what you gotta ask me.
Dudes, I feel like be heard.
That's why I need to text.
more
You
than
need to text
us.
him.
I don't know.
Yo.
I think it's weird.
It's
Yeah.
weird, but I would answer the question.
If I
like,
heard that
20
your
years down
dude,
the
if
line.
you
I
heard
don't
your
wanna-
dude had
I
like
don't wanna-
30 heavy on him, 30 bodies, would you be like,
I'm sorry. I think 30 is a low number for a dude.
Listen, just show me your papers.
yeah,
Not just show me your papers, but how do you carry yourself? How did you treat these women that you were with, or these women that you were
real.
dating, and that maybe you had one night stands?
We
Everybody
gonna
has
say
to live
about
once.
28 of them.
But then really,
with just bitches
it
they
boils
were
down to
fucking.
show me your paperwork.
Are you
Get the
clean?
papers.
Yep, that's what matters.
Are you negative?
Yo, if a dude
Can we
heard,
make a
if
child?
a dude heard that his girl was with 30 men, he would kill himself.
He would say, yeah.
He would literally.
A certain type of man would kill himself.
Exactly.
And so we always gotta like.
Oh, how many people with 8?
Right. We always do
7 and a
that.
half.
Or recycle penis because you don't want to add an
Yep.
extra body.
Or you'd be like, well,
Right.
you know,
Excellent
I had.
pie.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's the conversation. That's what women do for the sake of
Yeah.
fucking keeping their numbers
Well,
low.
I had my high
Fucking with
school
dudes.
boyfriend
Right.
and my first adult boyfriend, and so yeah, it's like
Recyclables
three.
out
Right,
here.
three. At 3
I
different
would
times.
refuse to answer.
I would just.
I would refuse.
I would like, bro, listen.
I think that's a good conversation. I
That's a
need
good
you to
life.
set up
Life is long. Let me tell you.
Life been long.
for
Life
our
been
young
long.
listeners out there. Say you're dating someone and you're ready to have that sexual interaction.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you set up the conversation? Like the whole okay, let's go get tested. Like you just say, hey, let's go get tested before I want to have sex with you.
Like, hey, we're
That's
both
the
interested in each
hard
other.
part.
You're a kid,
It-
bro.
I mean,
How do you,
it's,
have you
it's
done that
ner-
before?
Yes.
How the fuck did you say that?
Said, hey,
I said it's educational.
no, because it goes back to knowing the person that you're with and knowing if that is a conversation worth having. Not to say that don't have it, but just continue on. But like, I can have this conversation with you because I'm already comfortable with you. And if we are growing in this comfort together, then we should have absolutely no issue going to get tested together. And I don't say that verbatim, but that's where I'm speaking from. So it's like, listen, let's get tested.
Is this via text
And you
message
throw
or
it
in
no,
person?
in person.
You
It'd be
text
in
me that shit,
person.
I'm
I'll
cursing
kill
you the fuck out.
Kill you.
Nah, it's like the heart. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid, right?
Yeah.
Don't ease up into it. Don't put the KY, whatever. Just throw it out. I mean, hey, context.
mean-
Hey, babe.
Don't put the KY. Just be
was
like,
thinking I
listen,
need
let's get
that.
tested. Throw it out there, and then see what his response is.
Okay.
Right.
And then you build off of
Jeff, turn
back
Gianni's
and
mic
forth.
off.
That's it. What did this? What she say?
She said,
She's being
I don't need
crazy.
that.
Edible is all the way.
And it'll show you.
effective.
It'll
Yeah.
show you the level of respect he has for the relationship,
Right.
respect he has for you, respect he has for himself.
Right.
Because you could be carrying something too. And if he don't give a fuck about catching something, he might not have given a fuck about catching something with somebody else.
that's real.
It's super important.
It shows you the person that you're dealing with. Like these real adult conversations need to happen frequently.
Yes.
The same way you have conversations about finances when you start really building together. You have a conversation about sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
I don't
such
feel
an
safe with
adult
dudes
ass
that just don't like
conversation.
getting
It is,
tested.
but just
I'm
throw
gonna
it out
text you
there.
for
There's
everything.
guys that don't like getting tested. Like they be like, I don't.
Run.
No.
And I'd be like,
Run.
No, that's a
hell
real
no.
thing.
How could you?
Do you know the numbers for black women? Across the board for everything?
No, do you?
It's high. So she's like, tell me, please.
No, I was really gonna.
She don't
No,
be
she really
journalist
wanted
over
to
here.
know.
No,
Like,
guys
no,
legit
tell
don't
me
get
the numbers.
tested. Like guys legit
No, they're high.
do not
They're
go
ripping.
get tested.
That is.
And guys legit don't know anything about STDs. They don't
They
know.
really
what
don't.
chlamydia
They be out
come
here.
and
Don't
go.
generalize it to say guys
In your
because
wallet?
there
I've
are.
never pulled it out. I was just like,
Yeah.
what you think about that? But it's for me.
Right.
Like, you really have an issue? Here's your
Receipt.
copy. I'm good.
Yeah.
So
Well,
why-
yes, let
why
me
can't you
correct
again?
that. Not
I'm
all
very
men.
serious about my health.
Yes,
You should
that's
be.
Yeah.
That's really
I'm
dope.
very serious. Like, I have one life.
right.
I have one life. I plan to live it to the
I
fullest.
don't understand why people are scared. Like
Mm,
you
Because-
scared and then you going fucking around town, everything. That's so dangerous.
I'm not
Yo,
gonna front though.
my
When
first
you do get,
AIDS
when you
test.
get tested, and you be like, shit, dog.
Right, that one
It's like that
time.
Key and Peele episode when he was sweating from the porn shit in
Yo.
his browser.
I would have been like, dog.
Do you remember your first AIDS test?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, my first AIDS. She knew what she was doing. She did this so she could be like, bitch, don't be having unprotected sex, thinking you out here. So this is my first time ever. I go in. She sticks the needle. She goes. It was literally like the scene in Sex and the City with Samantha.
Samantha, yeah.
Except I knew my history where she did not. So
No, that's
she
such a
sticks me.
scary
She tells me to sit outside. I sit outside. At this point, you're just thinking about your whole life and how you fucked up. I fucked everything up, Jesus, and I didn't mean it. And if you give me a second
The
chance,
chance, Lord.
I won't do
Every
none of
prayer
that
in
How
the
many
book.
times have you prayed
The
that?
Quran,
Oh
the
my
Bible.
God.
Just bring them all out. New
Right.
and Old Testament,
Please.
please.
praying to Jesus, just give me the chance. So I'm sitting there. She looks down the hallway. She points to me. She doesn't even say Alicia Pamphil. She just goes, points, and she goes, come.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
hate
that's
that.
That's
I
on
got
purpose.
2 years left.
Let me start texting my friends
No,
now.
I was ready to cry. So she sits me down, and this is I should sue her. So she sits me down. Her first fucking her
Malpractice.
first question was, "What would you do if you had AIDS?" I said,
That's a good
"Excuse
woman.
me." I said, "I would kill myself right here in front of you right now." This
Should have called in the
very
counselor
moment.
before we continue the conversation.
And I said, there's no reason for me to live. This is literally how I answered the question. I'm not like fluffing the story for the podcast. I was like, there's no reason for me to live if I have AIDS today. Like, just
have AIDS
I'ma
today.
go. I'ma just leave and never
Sounds like
come
a
back.
scene in like Moonlight.
Why would you start the conversation like that? So she
She
goes,
wanted to help.
She wants
she
to show
goes-
you what it would
then
feel
she
like.
stays quiet. She's looking at the paper. She's reading. I'm sweating profusely. I'm about to faint. She goes, well, your results came back negative. You're fine. Everything's good. And I'm like, wait, why can't you just say, you're negative, everything's fine, but this is how you should carry yourself. You should be more protected. We're going to give you the brown paper bag with the bum-ass condoms that they give you. Don't hit me with the what would you do if you had AIDS? Why would you do that?
Bum-ass condoms probably gonna get you AIDS
Scared me
anyway.
to fuck
Pop
straight.
it everywhere.
I was petrified. I was like, God.
Oh, my God. I
Please,
thank
Lord.
Lord that day.
Because when I have a good relationship with my gynecologist, so that's where I went to go get it done. And he was just like, yeah, how was your first semester, college,
See,
blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
it's over.
He gives me the, test. And then I'm waiting. And you got to wait a little bit. Back then, like 2010.
Nah, you gotta wait. Like,
You had to wait.
I just
A
had
few
to.
days.
Yeah, I got
right?
tested. Like,
Right?
No, you could know now. Like,
Nah,
pop.
there used to be two methods. There used
Yeah,
to be
the
swab.
the
It
swab,
still is.
and send to the.
oh,
thing.
I just meant like general
still is.
test, like a
Oh.
good, just a swipe through of everything. Like
Yeah.
the blood work, all that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those take a minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the scary.
Them
No, he
6
took forever.
weeks.
He opened it. He opens the door. I'm sitting in the room. I'm like looking at his face, and he's just looking down at the paper. I'm like, oh God, please, God. I was like, I just don't have it in me. I don't have the fight. I don't have it. I was like, I'll never ever have sex ever again in life if you just make this happen.
That be the scare, yo.
And
them
then,
type
you
of
know, he
prayers.
said
What's
it.
the scariest part? Not having sex ever again in
Yeah.
life.
No,
Yo,
that
could
be
you
like,
imagine
never
though, like
again.
being stripped of the chance to have sex for the rest of your life?
What do you
Or-
mean? People.
We could just
No,
kill Deani off
I know,
the
but it's
episode right
just
now.
that it's a
Bang,
high
bang.
risk, like just to have to
Deani's
deal with that
head off.
conversation or that reality. It's
If
just
you cannot have sex
careful.
ever again, bitch, you can't even make it through a week
Oh yeah,
without
I'll be out of
screaming.
here. I'll be gone. I'll be out of here. Ain't nothing. All right, bye. But I mean, no, there's a reason to live. Don't.
there's several.
I can't
reasons
live.
to
I can't. Let's just not say that. Once you get a disease, you should end it all.
No,
Yeah,
no,
promote
no,
none of
no,
that.
no, no.
You should
That's not
fight.
the message.
For
We should probably have
always.
like a sex therapist
let's-
on here to talk about that in particular. Like, girls got things, guys got things.
Yeah, I think guys
How
need to
does that
know as well.
conversation go? Hey, I contracted so and so and so and so,
And do they tell you the first date or something?
That's what. No, I'm asked. That's what
Yeah.
we need to ask. Like, those are real questions.
And
because
would you mind if it was like true love?
Deani, sit
And he
back.
was like,
Just sit
hey.
back. We'll-
He was like, hey, I contracted this. Would you be okay with going through with the
Wait, what do you
That's a
mean?
whole
So
thing.
something that's stuck with him forever, or
Something that stuck with him forever.
Herpes,
Oh, see.
HIV,
Herpes, yeah, because
Well, herpes can be dormant. So it's also like one of those things that's like,
is it there? Is it not
right,
there?
like what triggers that?
But
HIV is something else, though.
Like, would you, and you really like him, like you really like his personality. He's a really great guy.
Ah,
You
that's
guys get
tough.
pretty
It's
far.
a tough. I don't know.
That's a tough conversation.
can we?
I can't even put myself in the shoes of somebody
Nope.
who would go through that.
Nope.
I remember that
can't.
episode of Moesha when Chili had who had AIDS?
It was girlfriends.
Girlfriends when Chili had AIDS. No, it was the
No, it wasn't Chili.
Parkers. It was the Parkers.
Uh-huh.
T was dating Chili and she had AIDS. You
Okay.
remember that episode?
Mhm.
And then
Oh, Kimberly Elise was the one on Girlfriend.
yes,
Yes.
and Kimberly
Yeah.
Elise
And
on
it's so
Girlfriends.
funny because I just scrolled past something on Facebook. It says, Girlfriends was the first millennial mainstream sitcom with modern black women that ate sushi, did yoga, and spoke Ebonics with law degrees.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, that's that conversation.
That's heavy.
But I don't
That's
think
heavy.
that's a
It
really
is.
heavy conversation. But I think, if you're an adult,
You gotta be
You
committed.
have-
I mean, it's
you
it's
make that
real. That
decision.
happens.
You make that
People
decision.
absolutely
Real
do
thing.
that.
So yeah, I just wanted to ask that question.
Gotta play it safe.
and I
y'all.
don't think you should feel ashamed if something happened to you.
No, not at all.
No, don't. We don't promote that either.
You just gotta live with your truth.
Live in your
But that test is crazy. That test is scary.
Yeah, I'll never forget that first time. That first time was rough.
My
Yeah,
first
so-
time.
I think we've talked a lot, unless I'm just high. But
No,
we
you're
talked
high.
a
That's
minute.
both.
Yeah, we talked.
You
all-
did really good.
That's
for a
both.
high girl.
Thank you.
Just laughed a lot.
We made it
I
through the
laughed a
first
lot.
2 weeks of Donald Trump's presidency.
Jesus Christ,
So-
have
Did
we?
we? Did we?
Have we?
We
Really
still
made it?
here.
Well, I was able to go to Cuba within them 2 weeks, so
You
I'm
sure
good.
was, and guess who else was able to sign up for health insurance?
My nigga.
Hello.
Me too.
Hello?
Yes.
Speaking of Cuba, everybody should try to go, please, before it changes. Go, go,
Check
Before
out
he
Alicia's
signs that
Instagram.
declaration tomorrow.
go. Right.
She be signing shit
Oh,
every
and this
day.
is not Black History Month anymore, guys. It's National African American History Month.
Why do you think he did that? Just before we go, like why?
Because
But
he's
they
bored.
say- I think I read somewhere that they do that every year, though. They do that African American thing letter every year. And Barack did it.
That's weird. Wait, what?
Barack Obama did that.
What do you mean in changing what the month is? given
Yeah,
out,
they said
known
there's
as?
something similar to that, like every year, where they prefer to call it African American.
Is black antiquated? Is it outdated? Is
I
it?
don't think
It's
so.
not. Hell no.
I don't
So-
think
But
so.
Civil
there's
rights
so much
leaders
more
fought
than
for Black
African
History
Americans.
Month.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right.
I would call them black.
Right.
Right.
And a lot of people don't like being called African American.
When
Correct.
they're not African American.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
If it ain't broke,
Please.
Lord,
Oh, and guys, there's this documentary that's out. I think we talked about it already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not your Negro.
Yeah, I Am Not Your Negro. It's out. If you want to do the education, you want to do the reading, you want to do the research.
this man is profound.
Who is
Yes,
it again? Who, the
It's actually James Baldwin's story that he never got to finish. So it's a documentary and it's
Let's
beautiful.
get Netflix.
And he talks about Medgar Evers, Martin Luther King, and Malcolm X. Those were his 3 closest friends. And he
You
just
should take a
talked-
trip to see it.
squad goals?
The theater by the station is showing it right on the block of SOBs.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely go and see it. It's really
How about
good.
we just say, hey, meet us here. We're watching it at this showtime.
That would be
Come
nice.
through.
That would be dope.
So we should do a movie.
A
hours and book
meetup. A
clubs.
movie meetup.
A
movie meetup.
Yeah, Gia.
I love
Movie
it.
meetup.
And book club BGP. BGP.
Love it.
Book
BGP.
club.
Yeah. People have been
Yo.
tweeting us the books that they're reading.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I'm gonna
speaking
buy
of
that
tweets.
I'm judging you book. Who was reading that?
Lovey, me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You finished it? It was
No, I didn't finish it yet.
good. Okay.
I've heard it's really good, but I started reading Taraji's in the middle, and I really like Taraji's.
And it's of her life.
Yeah. I'm from DC. I'm a Virgo as well, so I also, always love Taraji.
She's great.
But shout out to all the features that we got.
Yes, that's
Oh,
exactly what
From
we
the
have
Griot,
right here.
Uh-huh.
XO
Revolt,
Nicole.
Amazing.
Revolt.
TV
Yes.
posted all of our black ass faces on their
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Revolt TV, XO Nicole.
XO Nicole
Brio.
was the first one that was
Yes.
she's
Yes.
down.
And one of our followers, Christina Dunn, right?
From the initiative.
From the initiative.
That's
Shout out to
super
her.
dope.
And
There's a
Rebecca
lot of
did a really
people.
dope write-up about
Yeah,
us as
read
well.
read my piece. I have no middle name.blogspot.com.
Oh.
One
Some
of the
my
girls
old stuff is on there too. It's very old.
who writes for me, Latrice, she also wrote a piece for us. She really, really likes the podcast. And then
Oh, play me, bro.
yeah, and then whatchamacallit?
Marissa Mendez.
Marissa also
Marissa.
shouted us
For-
out. Shout out to Marissa. She's moving to LA. And
Oh,
then also, dang, there was one more I forget. Oh, and shout out to MJ, that media girl. I think that's her name. She wrote Marita. She wrote the one for Revolt.
And then also Living Civil.
Oh,
Someone
yeah.
from Living Civil posted
yeah.
Karen Civil's
Oh,
website.
wow.
Hey.
Thanks,
Super
guys.
dope.
Dope. Thank you, thank you,
Yes.
thank
That's
you.
amazing.
And everybody
And
else
the-
who tweets us on a daily
And the
basis.
Yes,
Instagram
literally.
posts are so nice. Like the girls are like,
Yeah.
I didn't have a place
Yeah.
to belong for. I listened to you. I'm like, thank
was so
you.
And everybody on every single platform that was able to download. We had 59, almost
Terrible age.
59,000 downloads since we
See,
started.
I'm
so-
buzzed.
It's been
That
literally
is
less
that is
than a month.
laundry. That is
No, it's
we don't air
not.
the laundry.
We're happy with that because it could have been 2 people, and it wasn't.
It could have
We
it would have
would've
at
been
least
happy
been
with
5
two.
Bye.
You It could have been 2 people.
It could have been
outside the
7.
5 of us.
Right.
We don't listen to our
So
own
7.
shit.
That's not good math,
So
my G.
7.
Nah, but seriously, shout out to all of the listeners
Yes,
out there.
yes.
We really
Really love
appreciate
y'all.
y'all.
Facts.
Episode
I
7
need-
has finally arrived.
Right.
After
Shit, it's long.
Can you
We
drop
gonna
a
try
light
to
bulb?
get a
Yeah.
something.
Consistency going.
But we got
It
you got
is
5
consistent.
5 busy women
Mm-hmm.
who have schedules like crazy. Shout out to the Wizards for winning 16 at home. Woo!
Yes, congrats. Yes, saw that. But everybody, keep
Yes.
following us.
Oh,
Black
yes.
Girl Pod.
Keep
on
sending us questions.
Oh, yes. We'll get to more.
Black
Yes,
Girl
we
Pod
have
at
tons of them.
gmail.com. Black Girl Pod on Twitter and Instagram. And
And share your stories
Follow.
too.
I'm
Go ahead.
over you. I really
It's
am.
hitting Deani
It's
right now.
time. Go ahead,
Shit.
Bex.
Oh, you can follow me, Rebecca Bex, at Black Daria, BLVCKDARIA on everything.
You can
Yo.
follow me at Gia Peppers, GIAPEPPERS on everything.
And you can follow me on IG at Alicia P, ALYSHAP, and Twitter, Alicia P819.
You can follow me, Saphira M, Saphira SAPPHIRAEM. You can also follow Sassbox, okay?
Yes.
Just put Sassbox with 2 X's on
2 X's,
anything.
baby.
Go buy a box. It's only $20. Valentine's Day is coming up. Please get your mama a box.
Yo,
Deanie.
mama.
Scotty Beam.
Oh my
You already follow her.
Right, you already
Scotty
bottle of
Beam.
water.
We should be
Season your
Snapchatting this hoe so y'all can see.
Get her some water.
Yo, put her on the Instagram.
No.
Put that.
But the,
Yo, if you,
do the,
I don't know
IG
anything
live real
about
quick.
edibles. I do an edible a month or something
they're,
like that.
they're great.
They're great, and
They're
it's like
great.
Friday, and I'm like tired, and I want to go to sleep, but it's gonna be a great sleep when I go to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just don't
Could
do
be great
this.
sleep when I go.
Go to sleep, but try these Apple Jacks.
Yo. And on that note, thanks for listening, everybody.
These Applejack weed things are amazing.